Okay. And Corey, if you want to start the background noise.
Bang.
Cool. So last time, the investigators, other than a conspicuously missing Weston, awoke in their hotel to find themselves trapped in their rooms, and some sort of poisonous gas was being pumped in. They found a small hidden room between their rooms and escaped into the hallway. A man emerged from another room and introduced himself as a college classmate of How It Is. And as the group went toward the stairwell, this man, Herman, fell into a trap in the hall. The investigators went downstairs to the first floor, found nothing odd as they searched through the ground floor. It seemed to be shops, an interior hallway, a restaurant. And then they opted then to go back upstairs. And through some searching, they found a stairwell to a brick door that included a trap that almost potentially killed How It Is. An odd room full of taxidermied animals with a bank vault at the back that was full of scratches and what seemed to be dried blood. And then they ventured back across to another room that had been unexplored to them that appeared to be a library, and that's where we found them. As they open the double doors, find walls lined with books, tables with stacks of books, and one table has a book that is open and its pages flapping in a sort of non-existent breeze.
I don't know how I missed that last detail from the end of the last session.
It was like right at the end.
Wow. Oh shit, I need to plug my computer in.
So that blue, very light blue squiggle is where we left. If you guys can find that here. So, and How It Is we will get to, or not How It Is, Weston we will get to where you are.
And then in terms of survival stuff, How It Is has a jerry-rigged can of air and a sopping wet hotel cover rope.
It's true.
Oh yeah, toilet blanket.
Yeah. Currently estimated at 16 to 18 feet in length.
Okay. How would you like to proceed?
Well, the obvious elephant in the room is the flapping paged book.
Yes.
So let's walk over to it.
I will take a healthy distance from that.
Okay.
And you notice, by me gripping the toilet blanket even harder, some of the water is beginning to spill onto the ground.
Gross. Detective Jaden will walk over with LB to check out the flapping book.
Okay. So as you approach this table, again, you see just a few pages kind of flapping back and forth in this open book. Jaden, you feel like you almost see a sort of mist behind it, behind the table.
Mist behind the table.
Like a sort of formless mist.
Did he hit a save point?
I guess I want to, if I can, go like around to the other side of the table because I'm concerned that it's another valve releasing poisonous gas fumes into the air.
Sure. So as you make your way around, you don't see any of those sort of brass plated pipes that you had seen in your room. You just all you see is that mist. You don't see anything where it might be coming from, at least at a glance.
Okay. Um, can I maybe roll like occult to see if I like know anything about that?
Sure.
I'm using different dice this week. We'll see what happens. Nope, I did not pass.
Yeah, you have no idea what you're looking at.
Um, what like what is the book open to?
You can approach the book and try to press down a page, read it.
I think first I'd like to like lift up the left side of the book and see like what the title is of the book. Like what is this book?
Okay. There is no like word title. There is a sort of imprinted image, like embossed into the leather.
Okay.
Um, that's it's a bit like I should have drawn this.
Does it look like Herman?
No.
Okay, that's probably not his book then.
There's sort of two symbols. So one looks, you can't read that, can you? Can you see this? It's too dark.
It's a penis.
Probably better if I read.
Can't believe you trolled us like that.
Did you just dick butt us?
Can you see this?
Oh yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
It looks sort of like that, and then like that's kind of at the center, and then below it, there's sort of an odd sort of goat head.
Why does it look like a key to a motorcycle?
If I looked at the symbols, would I recognize the goat head as the same as the one above the doorway downstairs?
Jeffrey's looks very similar.
Hey, Jaden, I've seen this before. This was almost the almost death's door that Howard got somehow passed. The same symbol was on the top of the door frame.
I overhear that and I immediately go prone, and you hear a wet little squatch as the blanket hits the ground.
You sure it's the blanket?
The first one.
Okay. I guess looking then to set the left side of the book back down, having held the page that it was open to at the time, I would like to see what is on the page.
Okay.
Pages, I suppose, of the open book.
As you look at it, there are a lot of words, but it's not in a language that you know, and the characters aren't even like characters that you've seen before. It's very odd to look at.
Did I notice the mist also?
No, LB did not see that. You just saw Jake kind of walk around the table and kind of look around and then walk back over. There are also a few drawings. There is like a diagram of the human body, and different parts of it have like the skin pulled back, or a part might have flesh pulled off so you can see the bone, like almost like a medical diagram in a way.
Yeah. Seeing this, I actually say, how it is. Your expertise is actually needed in. There's a book that has like some medical looking diagrams in it. I need your help.
Um. God damn it. Okay. As I army crawl over to the book.
Okay. So how does
And
you see what I just described?
uh, as I look at the human anatomical diagram, is there anything there that looks out of place, like that you wouldn't see in a traditional medical textbook?
I mean, not really. Like it
Hmm.
seems about as accurate as what you've seen when in the places where there is flesh pulled away.
Hmm.
Um,
I flip to the back of the book and look at the glossary and see if there's any words I know there.
there's not really a glossary. It's just a back page, and there's
Then I
more kind of
flip to the
strange
front.
symbols.
Yeah, then I flip to the front of the book to see if there's a table of contents.
Not so lucky.
I flip to the middle of the book and see if there's just a post-it note there saying "Gotcha."
Uh, no, but you do notice scanning across the other side of the page, there's this drawing of a figure that's sort of humanish in a way because it has two arms and two legs, but it's like crouched and stooped, and the arms are really long, and it has
Um,
almost a goat head to it.
hey, I know this is a new sport in our time right now, but is this the middle linebacker or something that could possibly kill us?
Can I make another attempt to roll occult to see if I recognize
Mhm.
this iconography? Ooh, okay. That is a hard success.
So Jaden, as your eyes kind of scan over all of this it reminds you of the pamphlet that you had found um, related to Machinery Hall when it sort of depicted some sort of human sacrifice and described a ritual, similar sort of like symbols.
Okay.
Like you think it's that same language, possibly, or at least related. And Jaden, um, there was a roll he made when we started. Um, as you sort of come to that realization, the symbols sort of seem to shift into English.
So I can read this thing now?
At the moment, it looks like you can,
Uh,
at least in your
okay.
head.
Right.
And it's not like perfect,
Yeah.
but you feel like it describes sort of, again, description. There's a description of human sacrifice and um, what to do with flesh and bodies, and explains that there's a connection between this creature and one that does his bidding. And you you get two things from this. He is vulnerable to his own implements, stained with the blood of his victims.
Oh, okay. I
And
need to write that down.
I yeah. Well, since I can't read any of this, and I'm seeing Jaden, like, what does he look like to the rest of us right now?
Jaden,
Yeah, like, is there something where like he's in
he's
like
like
a trance?
he's like deeply focused on the book.
It's
Okay.
interesting because I was going to ask that same question, Jay.
Yeah, it's
If that's the case, Norman, how do you hold your gun? Is it like in your belt? Do you have a holster? Is it inside a coat?
It is underneath my two-tailed beige coat. It's tucked into the back of my belt.
Well, no, I don't think Howardis would be ballsy enough to take a gun. Yeah, take the gun from that. He's backing away slowly. He's scared that Jaden's in such a trance, but he's not going to reach for the gun to try to like remove threat.
But
He's
wait,
not going to do that.
What was the second thing?
The second thing is you're sure there's more, and you turn the page, and you feel like now you have a sort of a recipe for something you think you can do. Essentially, there's a series of syllables that if you chant them with enough concentration that you could maybe sever the connection or something. Like you don't completely understand it, but the syllables I'm just going to copy into the chat for you. Whisper Det. Is that your name?
Okay, I'm gonna write these down. Is this still the page that the book had like opened to?
This is the second page. Like it had kind of flapped,
Okay.
and so you first pressed it down, and it was that weird anatomical and creature thing.
Okay.
Turn the page, and this is what you understood.
Okay. Cool.
And as that sort of realization comes to you, you come out of that trance, and in front of you, that mist has formed into like a transparent spirit that you've seen these kinds of things, like at cold storage, and it moves toward the back wall to the north.
Okay.
Where it disappears.
Okay. So I look to Howardis and Jeffries and I say, did you boys happen to see some sort of mist-like figure from in front of the table move through the north wall?
Most certainly not.
I don't think you're crazy right now. No, not at all.
You're the one carrying a
Jacob?
shit-soaked rag.
It has real value that has helped us out in several occasions.
Everybody roll sanity. Jaden, for obvious reasons, how it is that was your first time seeing the goat symbol in this creature. I'll be the first time seeing the creature.
Goals to roll under, right? Still?
Roll under, yeah.
Okay.
You only roll over for development.
Right. Okay, I succeeded.
Failure.
Okay.
A very hard success.
LB's cool. How it is, roll a D6 and subtract from sanity.
6.
Ooh.
That's a big one.
And then what's the line for like madness?
It's like a certain amount lost per session or something like that.
Yeah.
Because I went from 53 to 47, so I'm probably pretty close to something.
It is not in the quick reference rules at the bottom of my sheet. Which is actually where I did find that. I know, Dad, we had a question of what is a 100 versus what is a 1. That's actually down at the bottom of the second sheet of your character page.
Okay.
There's 2 sheets.
Yeah, there's a second page. The second page has like backstory.
Ooh. Okay. So if you lose 5 or more on one roll, so 5 or more on one roll, that's temporary insanity. And then there's also if you lose a fifth, so 20% of your current sanity points in a day.
Okay.
So,
So I'm good on the 20%, but I do have a temporary insanity.
so roll intelligence, Jay.
Okay. Oh, come on, stay on the table. That is a 002.
Okay. So you do understand kind of the reality of what you are seeing, and you are going to you're really afraid of falling and anything related to heights, falling downstairs, anything like that.
Afraid of height changes, most specifically falling. So making sure that I play the character correctly. I saw the goat. I understood that there's supernatural essences to it. I
Yep.
know this is grounded in reality, and it scares the shit out of me to the point where it causes that insanity. Got it.
It's like you have this like moment of vertigo when that happens.
Yeah. Then I will have to get a Jimmy Stewart impersonation.
But I will say, from reading the book, I get the sense, LB, that there is some rather goat man like shit going on here. Um, Someone is vulnerable to their own implements that are stained with the blood of his victims. And also, I learned this incantation that I probably should not utter outside of necessity, that should sever some sort of connection. I don't know what that means yet. I'm assuming that when we get there, I'll know.
Does it start with Anal Mathrak?
No.
Kidding.
You like see
At
me
this
like
point-
flip through my book really? No.
At this point, I look at LB, and I was like, "Is he it?" Start looking him over for goat features.
um,
Well, that's. I think the two are definitely linked somehow with the booby-trapped door downstairs and this book just magically flailing about on the table. We're definitely right in the middle of some occult shit going on.
yes. Um, so
Hey,
yeah, sorry, go ahead,
guys,
Howard.
you notice how we're on the third floor right now?
Yeah. We're
I don't
trying to
like
get to
that.
the second floor.
Yeah,
Oh.
we're hoping that Mudget is still alive.
Oh God. Oh God.
Maybe he'll have a goat head by the time we see him, or a goat-like head, I should say, as the keeper has been explaining.
Hey, if you guys see a wet spot on my pants, it was totally from the blanket.
I
Just
knew that
so you guys
squishing
know.
wasn't from the blanket. I just a gut feeling.
The blanket was wet. That made my pants wet. Let's not
Mhm.
talk about it anymore.
Yeah, and you splashed water on yourself when you were washing your hands. Right.
Yes.
Okay.
A lot.
Do we notice the stairs that have suddenly
Yes,
appeared?
you saw this. You saw the beginning of the staircase when
Mhm.
you first opened the door, which I should have re-mentioned. You saw that, and again, Jaden, you did see that spirit go into that north wall.
Right, yeah. I do point out, so there was this sort of spirit that was, I think, making the pages turn. So they showed us to this, and then they went through that north wall. So I think we need to go in that general direction.
I look at the wall. Does there appear to be a doorway, a window, or is it just a wall, solid wall?
From where you're standing, you can't really tell. But I mean,
I would like to move closer to the stairs and try to ascertain what these upward, downward arrows mean.
it's dark and closed, so it goes down.
So it goes down, looks like there's a landing, and it turns
Landing. Yeah.
back.
It's
Okay,
a double switchback, whatever.
got it.
So north wall or downward staircase?
North wall.
I think. I mean, we could check the north wall, but in my mind, the spirit traveling in that direction was to tell us that we need to go like this way, meaning like potentially towards these stairs rather than out back the way we came.
North wall.
Well, we could always go back to the north wall.
Yeah, let's do that.
Herman is indeed of need of serious medical attention, and we're just wasting time.
Yeah, absolutely. And I'm a doctor. I feel like I have to help. Let's go to the north wall. All right. See you guys.
What is the group doing?
I'm doing.
I'll do like a spot hidden on the north wall, looking for maybe some sort of opening or secret passageway trigger sort of thing.
Okay. Go ahead.
I threw that dice, but it landed on a 50, quite clearly on the floor, and that makes for a 55, which is a success.
All right. So, having found a secret door already in this place, you sort of know what you're looking for, and so you do come across a similar scene, like here in this corner.
Okay. Like the corner of the staircase, sort of? Like, is there like a... I'm
Yeah.
guessing that's like a railing or something here?
Yes.
Okay. I will draw the attention of the group to the seam.
All right. I would like to try to move the seam and just go, Herman.
Are you? So you're just gonna push?
Yeah.
Okay.
Unless there's a bookcase, I'm going to try to take the one book that looks like it doesn't belong and then just on that.
This is like the only wall here that does not contain books.
So it's just a blank wall.
A painting.
Oh, okay.
Then I would like to look for peepholes in the portrait.
What you recall from your hotel room, the people was behind the portrait, and it was sort of smaller, so you could imagine one would be able to push it aside from behind. Not in this one. At least behind that.
I'll move it the other way then.
I will attempt to push on the wall near the seam.
Okay. As you do that, you kind of feel it give the other way. So you're expecting it to go into the left, but it pushes into the right. And it's easily enough does come open.
Okay. The old Scooby-Doo revolving wall. Okay.
And so you do see this, a new pocket room. I mean, begin to reveal, depending on if you move in or...
I will request Howard is lighter one more time.
I'm just gonna toss it to him. This time it's closed in like the little position, so it's not currently on fire.
And I will flip it open and light it and kind of peer into the room.
Hey, be careful with it. If you leave it on too long, the fuel container will get really, really hot and burn your fingers.
Okay.
So you don't see this all perfectly. It's dim lighting, but you do see at least this much of the room exist.
Okay.
And in that far corner here, you see what seems to be a man, like prone on the ground.
Okay. Do I get the idea that if I were to like push the revolving wall all the way open, that the light from the library would be potentially better light than the light I would provide?
It would probably help a little bit.
Okay. I will do that, especially so that Howard and Jeffries can also see kind of what I'm looking at, and I quietly like, point in the back towards the floor where there is the man laying prone as the keeper described.
So I'll enter the room also and go in far enough by the door to where I can keep it open with the back of my right leg and standing clear of it so as much light can come in as possible.
So is anybody moving in? You're just looking.
How much does the Scooby-Doo door rotate? Is it like a straight like 90-degree rotation, or
It's a full on a pivot.
okay? The next question here is, if we let go, does it go back to its starting position? Like, is it spring-loaded, or does it just stay in whatever position we found it?
Yeah, it seems to just it's just based on where you push it.
Which is why I'm trying to hold it with my leg so it doesn't move on us.
I would like to sort of take the toilet blanket and just kind of like roll it into like a cinnamon roll kind of thing, and just put it right on the seal, like the seam of the wall on the moving wall.
Okay.
So that way, I just go. It's like, hey, Jeffries, try to push this shut and see if it'll like stop. Because if we got a door stop, then I think we can put it in whatever position we want.
So I kind of push a little bit to see if there's resistance enough to hold it in place, and if I'm convinced, then I'll let go of the door.
How does roll luck?
I don't have a lot of that. Oh shit! 1 point into success.
Okay. Yeah, it seems to stick, at least. Like, I mean, it seems like it won't just close on its own.
If you're super unsure, we can put the oh shit air around the blanket so it has something hard and something that gives.
No, you should save that. You're going to need it.
What is that supposed to mean?
Don't take the chance on a container breaking.
Are you going to kill me? You legally have to tell me if you're going to kill me.
I don't, actually.
Look, if you're going to do it, I'm sure I deserved it. Just don't push me off a cliff. My only request.
So if Jaden is advancing on the prone body, then I will as well.
I
Okay.
am, in fact, doing that.
As you approach, you start to notice the clothing is familiar. Some sort of military uniform.
As that dawning realizes, I say, "Oh shit, Weston!" And I like kind of like run over and try to. You said he's laying prone, right?
Yeah, prone, face down.
Okay, try to like roll him over, rouse him, whatever.
As you roll him over, his hands and feet are tied, but not very well. Like it's almost like somebody abandoned him in the middle of doing this.
Wait. If Weston checked out, then who's that?
And Weston, are you there?
Yeah. I do have a quick question about improvements. What is this bonus to each of these with 5+ successes? What does that imply?
You can re-roll the tens place on the 100, the D100, and then you can re-roll the D10.
No, I think I'm good on that.
Okay.
I actually succeeded.
Cool.
But yes, I am here. Am I conscious or unconscious is the important question.
Jaden has kind of roused you awake. You're drowsy, but you are waking up.
Then I begin flailing like a fish out of water.
How big is the gag around his mouth?
I don't believe he said he was gagged.
He was not
Yeah.
gagged.
All right, cool. Then I also, in my head canon, Weston is screaming to high heaven as well.
Yes.
I forget.
Am I blindfolded or not?
Do I have
No.
one of the knives still from?
I mean, I've got my scalpel where I can cut.
I believe you
that.
have one of the switchblades, Jaden.
Okay, I will use that to cut the bindings.
Okay. Easily enough. It's regular rope.
With that, get up and go, why the fuck did you guys put me in a closet?
Why the fuck are you in a closet?
We woke up this morning and you were gone, and the front desk shows that you had already checked out.
So you guys got me drunk and took advantage of me.
First off, we were poison gassed, and then I met my friend. When my friend found down the hole, and we totally forgot about him. We went down, we saw Rosemary, we thought she had a baby, she didn't. Then we went out, we saw the kitchen. I got a little hungry, but we didn't eat. And like it's that for 10 minutes catching them all up.
Hamburgers?
No,
We need hamburgers.
I do want a hamburger. Oh, and then the goat thing. I don't understand it. I just know that I should not like it.
Okay then.
Oh, and by the way, don't drink water from that blanket. I grabbed it from the toilet.
I don't even want to know.
You don't.
So where are we and what are we doing exactly?
We're here, and we would like to not be here.
We are in the hotel that we were staying in throughout the fair. We woke up and you were missing. The doors to our rooms were locked, and there was monkey knockout gas being pumped into the rooms. We were able to succeed in shutting off the gas and getting out of our rooms through secret looky-loo hole passages. We ran into an old friend of Howard's who fell through a secret hatch in the floor and was allegedly impaled through his guts. We went downstairs. He's somewhere on the second floor, and the stairs that went up to the third floor don't stop at the second floor. So we've been trying to figure out how to get down there. Also, I learned a chant to sever a connection, and I don't think it was the rope, so that's why I used the knife.
Don't sing it around the blanket.
Have you guys tried the windows?
The
Yeah, painted
windows
shut.
are either, yes, painted shut or are just glass wall holes.
I tried throwing a lamp at it, and it didn't break the glass at all. So after that, I quickly gave up on fucking with the windows.
We did find a staircase that went down from this floor, and it ended in a brick wall.
Oh, and then because I was the last one that came up, a giant hammer tried to hit me, but it missed because I was a little bitch and I was lying down on my stomach.
Interesting.
Also, goats, scary. Didn't think so. Like, most of the time, I just looked at them and they fainted. These goats, scary.
So, what do I remember of this third floor that we've been staying on? Was it all just bedrooms?
Yeah, so Weston, you remember off to the left this hallway, because that's where you went up. This staircase, which just went from the lobby at the ground floor up to the third floor in this hallway with the hotel. Your rooms were the second and third ones on the left. All of these rooms, or all of these doors in this hallway, have room numbers, except the one that opens into this hallway. But you guys had never gone that way. You just went up into your rooms, weren't really thinking about it. It's a nice hotel that you were staying in. That's all you really thought of.
Okay. Have you guys looked for any loose floorboards?
Okay.
Yes, in a manner. LB has been checking the floor for seams. That way we do not fall victim to the two-story pike trap that Howard's friend unfortunately fell through. And we identified a potential area in the hallway right after the unmarked door on our floor. In the room just to our south, through the goofy Scooby-Doo rotating wall, there is a staircase that does go down, which is probably where we're going to go next now that we've found you. And have you and your... Speaking of, do you have your firearms on you? Have you been stripped of those, unfortunately?
I don't have a fucking clue. I don't know. Do I have my firearms?
Weston, no, you're just you and your clothes.
Somebody stole my package.
I hand him my snub-nosed Smith & Wesson 38 revolver. I say, you're better with this than I'll ever be.
It's so small.
That's
Oh.
actually the first time I've ever been less scared in this hotel.
But believe it or not, how it is, I actually feel better having handed it to him as well. Not that I'm afraid of myself, as you appear to be, but that man can shoot.
It's not that I'm afraid specifically of you, but that's part of it. I'm scared of everything right now. Remember those stairs back there? There's something about it. I don't trust them.
Is there more to this room?
Yeah, because you came back to this, this far corner where Weston was, you notice that it seems to go back, like that direction.
Okay. Can I look for some sort of mechanism near the rotating wall that would potentially turn on the gas for the lanterns or something like that?
Gas?
Roll luck.
I succeeded.
Okay. Yeah, right here. You were looking kind of along that wall, but right here in between two windows, there is a valve that you're pretty sure is going to light the lanterns in this room.
Okay. I will operate the valve.
Okay. So the room is lit up. Other than that portion of the wall that matches the other side in the library, it's very just blank. There's no decoration.
Okay.
The brick wall around the outside, there are windows, but they're frosted.
Opaque glass.
Yeah, opaque glass.
So they're not letting in any light?
Very little.
Very little. Okay. Okay. I tell everybody, all right, guys, lights are on. Let's look around a little bit. Let's wipe the crusties out of the eyes there, Weston, and get to searching.
I immediately look for any fall traps.
Roll
And
spot.
we'll do so until Scott tells me I'm no longer afraid anymore of the wet bandits. 41, which once I figure out how to find my spot hidden, which will be 41 and a 51. That is a success.
Okay. You have explored this floor pretty thoroughly, you feel like. You don't think you see anything weird.
Are
But
there any
you-
carpets?
It is all wood, and that makes you a little suspicious.
I start knocking on every floorboard for one that sounds different.
Right.
And then I'll go to the background so the real investigating can happen.
Where would other people like to explore? And
My curiosity is piqued in the direction of the rest of the room.
Yeah.
so as you make your way that way, two things become clear. One, there is a whole other section to this room. And as you went through that narrow hallway, you notice there's another stairwell.
What?
Okay. That may be the money.
Could I be looking around for anything that seems out of place? Any more traps or seams that seem to be sticking out? Floor, ceiling, wall?
So if you're all spotted,
While he's doing that, can I ask a clarification question? Does the shape of the building in this area seem to match like that kind of like outer like turret sort of construction that we saw on the opening screen that you had put up?
you think so in this corner. Like,
Okay.
That's the first thing that sort of stood out to you as this might be this one particular corner I remember.
Okay.
I rolled a 9, so that would be a wicked hard success.
Very good. So as you made your way into this room, you notice that you hadn't seen these before because you weren't in the other secret room you had found. There are these handles in a couple spots in the wall, there and there.
All right. Then doing
And
that, I'm gonna.
And you
Why not?
also notice next to them small peepholes.
Guys, what's with the fucking handles and peepholes in here?
I knew we should have paid for the privacy room.
Weston, there appears to be an entity or entities that utilize these passageways and peepholes as a sort of sick voyeurism to some sort of end. Not too sure. With the death trap in the floor, I'm assuming it's to pick targets.
Also, I forgot because you did also roll really well, and it was obvious. There's another gas valve there and there, similar to the ones like Jaden and LB would recognize from that small secret room you had found.
Okay. And with Weston pointing that out, I tell him that that's the valve that we had to close to stop the gas that was causing Howard is an LB to cough quite uncontrollably.
Does it look like the handle is easily removable, or would it take some effort to remove?
So it's just like a grab handle, like you would have for just a pull open door.
Okay.
So it doesn't seem complicated. I mean, you could,
What about
if you want to take it off, you could try.
what about the handle on the valve?
That's again straightforward. It's just a turn valve, like on and off.
Oh yeah, it's like a
That way
lever
off.
style valve, right?
Yeah.
Yep. It's a gate valve.
Gate valve, yeah.
Words.
I want to try and break the handle off that valve.
Okay. If you're just raw power, just roll strength.
Okay. Let me
Yeah,
see
you're not
what-
using the toilet blanket for leverage.
I got a 43 on a 55. So I have succeeded.
Actually, that might be called a ball valve. I don't remember.
Yeah, those are ball valves with the 90-degree handles.
Yeah, gate valve is with the screw top.
Yep, the standard handle.
So you're able to, like, you bend the metal back. You didn't quite take it off of the bolt.
Okay.
It's still attached, but it's bent. It'll be a lot harder to use, certainly.
That's all I'm trying to do is piss off whoever's here.
Okay.
Make their life a little more miserable.
At this point, I think how it is gets to the stairs. He looks down. There's a cold sweat happening. And he goes, guys, are we going to solve this one? Or is he just points down?
Clean it with fire. Let's just light the building on fire, and eventually there will be a hole in the wall.
What?
It's agreed.
So probably on the other side of these handled doors are more rooms like we were in the hotel.
Yeah,
So there's probably not much to see there.
correct. Yeah.
So I think, yeah, we should head down the new downward staircase.
Yeah, secret staircase is always better than the one you can see.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
To the secret staircase.
So you approach this stairwell. There is. It's just like thin drywall lining the wall. At the end, you do see there is a gas lantern that is now lit.
That is one hostile gas lantern.
That might be my dad getting called in.
Probably.
All right.
Oh, fat boy.
All right, and then I guess once you get down there, you'll switch back to the staircase.
Two of them?
So if you all do make it down,
Yeah, I'm heading down.
Mm-hmm.
everybody's heading down. How it is, I'm
Rutherford's-
sure it's just not happy about it.
Nope, he's standing at the top of the stairs, cold sweat.
Based off of what Howdis has said before, I want to see if there are any further hammer smashing traps on the way down.
So you look up, roll spot hidden.
I doth failed with an 87.
You don't see anything.
You look safe. Your head's okay.
But you do make it to the bottom, and you arrive here. I forgot to rehide that, but that's okay. It doesn't really matter. So you arrive here, another large open space. You're not really sure what utility this would have. It's just a large open room that's just as blank as the one above.
Okay.
Investigate the phallic-shaped hallway.
That was just to indicate that there is a hallway. Like once you come around the corner, you can tell that there is a hallway.
Is there anything like in the room, like any furniture, anything like that?
Nope, just wood floors and undecorated walls.
Same like opaque kind of like almost blacked out frosted windows.
Right, and you
It's
can see,
exactly like my apartment in grad school.
and you can see some pipes running. It's no effort was made to decorate this.
Again, further investigation for seams if possible.
Okay, roll spot hidden.
I'd also like to take a look around.
I
Since
got
we-
a hard success.
Since we've established that Rutherford did finally make it down the stairs, he's just sitting down on the last step, trying to catch his breath.
You and your blankie okay?
No.
Jeez,
how
What
does
have you
the-
guys? Yeah, I was afraid of falling, and none of you guys wanted to take the other end of the blanket and tie it to them. So if we fell, there's someone to catch me.
Oh, we fall together. Jeez. It's just stairs, how it is.
But I got a hard success. I got a 40, and my hard success is a 42.
None that you are finding. It seems like the only thing here is the stairwell and the hallway.
Alright. I am satisfied this room is relatively innocuous. Possibly owned by H.H. Holmes, though.
You do know that, I mean, you already found out the
yeah.
building when you were downstairs. The building is owned by a Dr. Holmes. Who
Dr.
runs
Holmes.
the
Yes.
He runs the pharmacy
I
next
thought
door.
it was owned by Dr. Totally McGodley.
Totally good.
I mean, that's the name of the cult here, right?
So yeah, Weston, you're spot on. This is a hotel owned by Dr. H.H. Holmes. And that has no significance to you or I.
Correct.
All right, I suppose heading down the hallway is the only recourse that we have. Unless Rutherford wants to climb up the stairs.
Jen, you said you
Nope.
had a regular success.
What's that?
You said a regular success for your spot.
I didn't succeed. I failed.
Okay, cool.
Beefed it.
In that
Blinks.
case, as you make your way into this hallway, once you break into this hallway, it's again decorated the same way as the hotel seemed to be.
Okay.
Like nice wallpaper, lanterns.
Which
so
are
it's
on?
back to that, which are on.
Okay.
It's that same appearance that seemed nice, and friendly.
Okay. Seemed right, yeah. Oh man, the blackness of the screen is really apropos, as I have no idea what our orientation is to where the pike pit that Mudget fell into at this point. I think we need to go left.
It's west of us.
Yeah, I think we need to go. Yeah.
And it's southwest of us, yeah.
Okay.
Well, it's going to be a little further over here, though, I think. Wait. There it is.
Yeah. One thing that I'm looking for in this hallway as we explore is another unnumbered door. I'm assuming there's going to be another one heading back to the other side.
As you make your way down the hallway, you just see wall so far, and you can see the end of the hallway there. So that's what you can see as you're making your way through.
Is the carpeting part of the same decoration as we would have seen upstairs?
Yes, it's like carbon copy.
All right, guys, remember, stay to the center of the runner, and I want to scan for those traps that I recognize from the third floor as we're going.
Okay. Roll a spot hidden.
Ooh, that's probably not going to work well.
And I'm giving you a bonus on those because you know what you're looking for.
And the bonus is I can re-roll the 10s.
Yes.
Oh, it went worse. I failed.
You are not confident. Somehow the floor seems just...
Maybe we're walking too fast.
You're not sure.
Yeah, just try to stay to the center as best you can.
Okay. And so there's no doors in this hallway? It's just a hallway?
Not that you see, no.
Interesting.
And then once you reach the end, you see the hallway extends out to the east. And then it would go back that way and also that way.
Okay, so we see like sort of a T intersection around the corner?
Yep.
Okay. Still no doors, huh?
Nope.
Okay.
Herman?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't want to really step off the central runner at this point to try to like look for lantern levers on the wall and stuff to see if there's a secret passage just yet.
Thought about that though. If this is the floor that contains the areas where people fall to, and we located nothing on the first floor that indicated it would be the same area, I'm thinking that the chance of this floor being trapped is less likely, as this seems to be the result of everyone descending from the floor above.
Okay.
I mean, I wish we literally had a 10-foot pole so we could poke at the floor to see if there's any traps there.
Let's try and rip out floorboards then.
Go to rip out floorboards.
I would like to kind of double back through this hall then, and just kind of like say, Weston, help me check for like secret doors or passages. Like look for seams in the walls, and if lanterns move more than lanterns should.
Alrighty. I got a regular success on my spoot hidden.
I got a hard success.
We're talking about this hallway you just went up and down.
Yeah. This one here.
Nothing seems to stand out as a hidden compartment, hidden door. You do notice as you kind of tap along here, the way that it's like hollow and then not hollow.
Like differently than other walls where they have the same feature.
Right.
Because...
It's more like this entire. It's like the length of part of the wall is hollow, and then the whole length of this part is not.
Oh, okay.
Kick it in? I can kick it in. I'll go kick it in.
About enough time to finish up my coffee, and I'll have to get ready to
There
go.
like
Pretty good.
architecture or some kind of something. Like
What do I got?
or you can just roll intelligence to see if you understand what it might be.
I just want to try and kick it in, see if I can get a foot through it.
Okay. Roll strength.
He hates whoever runs this place and is just trying to inconvenience him as much as possible.
I rolled a 37, so a regular success.
You do kick a hole in right there in the drywall.
I would like to peer through my hole.
You stick your head in. It's dark.
All right, guys, I gave us access.
From the small amount of light, it looks like there's stairs above you, underneath the stairs.
I found a storage closet. Anyone else want to take a look in here?
Sure. I'll use Howard's lighter, and try to look inside as much light as that provides.
So at that point, with that light, it's very clear this is just the underside of a staircase.
Okay.
There doesn't seem to be anything else interesting in here.
A staircase?
No, it's like when you build a wall along the side of a staircase, so that you hide the staircase, but it is in fact nothing underneath the staircase.
I'm sorry. I'm still fixing the word staircase.
That's fine. I said it like 3 times.
Okay. We don't have to
just
go
let
up.
you guys know. I have about 25 more minutes, and then I gotta go.
Okay.
All right, then we're gonna downplay my fear and get to the actual investigating.
Yeah, I guess let's head to the T intersection then, right?
Yep.
Unless you had a different idea, how this?
No, I'm just scared shitless of this dark murder pit floor. Yeah, so we were able to handle south.
So as you look down this way, as far as you can tell, it just hallway goes down and ends. You do notice at the far end where you might expect a door or something interesting. All there is this like square framed sort of small little door in the wall that once you see it, you realize there have been several of these lining the hallways. For some reason, seeing it at the end sort of triggers that for you.
Hold on, can you say that again? Like, we look at the end of the hallway, we find a tiny door, and we now realize there's tiny doors all along.
Because none of you have been looking for these or asking about a question that would lead you to see them.
So, I mean, do they look like large enough for a person to traverse?
It's like, I mean, it's not like a door that somebody might use to enter a room. It's like that big.
It's a door that somebody might use to view the inside of a room.
Are they all dumbwaiters?
Could be cells.
So along that like western side of the hallway, considering that the floor above we had like we're currently in like a secret room because of the spinning bookcase, or at least to my best guess, I would just like to push periodically against that western hallway to see if there's any sort of like secret doors or arrow traps. It's probably arrow traps.
Again, you're not noticing secret doors.
Just real fake doors.
Just right here, there's another one of those like small doors.
Well, if we needed to go west, I would like to just kind of open it up and see what happens.
It pulls open from the top. Maybe like it's a trash chute or something.
Herman, are you in there?
Yeah, it seems to be. I mean, it's an opening to just sort of a space that, at a glance, you can't really see. But
all right, using my physics skills, I would like to reach into my pocket and grab a quarter, and I'm just going to throw it against the back and see if it makes a sound when it hits the ground, and then more effectively, how long does it take to make a sound?
So it kind of tings back and forth. And it takes a while. The sound just disappears. You don't quite hear the final one. It sort of just fades.
But we're talking like over a couple seconds?
Yeah.
I cannot begin to tell you how far that thing drops down. It based off of this, my first thought it's over 10 meters.
Okay, so don't jump into the trash chute.
Yeah. I mean, good rule of thumb for life, but
yeah, that's usually what I go with.
Yeah.
Okay. I guess we look down the other hallway, just kind of making a mental note of crazy trash chutes. I mean, I don't want to necessarily take the time to look through all of them, but if we come to a dead end, then we'll take the time to look through all of them.
It's more a feature that you now realize is every, I don't know, half of every hallway seems to have one. So looking down this way, so you come to another corner where the hallway would then extend out.
Okay, that's promising. Quick question. Those like trash chutes, did we notice those on the third floor at all?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So they
were just like there were probably 4 of them in the hotel hallway. You just it didn't really register as.
Sure. Yeah.
As we're moving forward and down these hallways, I'd like to be looking for anything that seems like it could be hollow or even an access panel to something.
Okay.
It's kind of weirding me out that we haven't seen a single door yet.
Up to this point, like nothing seems to appear as openable. There are no like seams in the wall that you can see.
Okay. Man.
Do you want to make your way?
What's our level of light in here?
It's pretty good. Like it's about as good
Okay.
as third floor. It seems to be lit. As you make your way this way, you do finally come upon a door, and then a hallway that seems to extend both directions.
All right.
The
Well,
door's closed.
It is closed.
Go take a listen, I guess.
Okay, roll listen.
Ooh, I think that's a good one. Oh, I missed it by 3. I
Oh,
needed a 25. I got a 28.
You
Look,
have luck. You have luck if you want to push it.
Should I have her luck? Yeah. So I can. What I have to take the luck amount away that I need to alter the roll
Correct.
for.
Correct.
Okay. Yeah. Since it's only 3, let's go ahead and push that.
So what you hear, you hear a man and a woman talking. He's explaining. It sounds like he's explaining a procedure and assuring everything will be fine when she wakes up. And then you hear like something like that, and some thrashing.
first off, they never signed the proper consent paperwork. Get them!
I just put up 2 fingers, like, and pointing into the room. There's 2 people, and I think we need to go in there.
all right.
Sounds like this is something we need to stop.
And so I start blasting.
Weston, use my gun better than me.
Is the door unlocked? I try to slowly turn the knob.
Turns.
All right, I'm going to stand as I'm pulling the door so it opens up towards me, and you guys can come in from the other side.
I will be holding my can of emergency air
You
as,
do that.
as a melee weapon.
Throw it like a grenade if you feel the opportunity arises.
Yeah. Make sure that there's a space we can breathe in.
Okay, so I open or turn the knob all the way until I'm sure that the latch is disengaged, and then I pull it open quickly.
Okay. So as you yank the door open, you see a man in a white apron and a white face mask, bloodstains, with a scalpel cutting into a woman on a table.
It's Dr. Zed.
As you crack open the door, both him and the woman on the table turn to look at you.
So she's not anesthetized or anything. Nice.
How far into his debauchery is he?
You can't tell. It seems like he's already cut in.
Then
And they're both staring at the group of you.
Hi,
Lucy, you got some splaining to do.
I'm Dr. Oz. Yeah, that's it. Oz from the Better Medicine Bureau.
And then, as you try to address them, the image fades, and it's just an empty room. As far like there's no one in this room.
Shit, I
And
think we're rolling
I'm-
sanity, guys.
Roll
And
sanity.
I'm talking to nobody.
Sanity.
Oh, I succeeded. Huh. Whew.
Ooh, dang. I super succeeded. Do I gain sanity for rolling a 4?
Nope.
Hey, I rolled a 6.
I rolled a 15.
Barely succeeded.
So you're all taken by how strange this was, but you have seen spirits before. so it doesn't throw your sense of reality. And as you peer around the room, you notice there is like an operating table, medical diagrams on the walls. There's a medical skeleton propped up in a corner. It's like a doctor's office.
How it is. You and Blanky get to it.
So what we saw
Herman, are you in here?
was a residual image. That's kind of scary.
Yeah. I'm going to start rifling through all of the like drawers and cabinets. Things I'm most specifically looking for is like if this is an operating room, is it like a trauma surgery? Is it general surgery? Like what were they prepared for in this room?
There are all kinds of medical implements, like any kind of scalpel, bone saw, whatever you can think of.
So there's like
and the operating table is at the center, and it's stained with blood. Like nobody bothered to clean it very often.
So
and you notice most of the implements also aren't cleaned very well.
So we all notice this if we're looking.
If you are walking in,
yeah,
that's what you see inside.
We should each at least grab one of those implements. Yeah. Remember what Jaden talked about?
I'll grab a bone saw.
Jaden, are you raising your hand for a reason?
Is that because you want your nickname to be Bonesaw?
Well, it's just because I'm ready. Bonesaw is ready.
I was going to ask before the implements thing came up, so obviously I want to grab an implement that has been stained with blood. It's something good for stabbing or cutting, preferably. But
name a medical device. That's yours.
Okay.
But go ahead.
I wanted to ask about is there like a spare lantern or anything in this room? I'm assuming since it's a operating room, there would be some sort of emergency lighting for if something happened.
There is a lantern on one of the counters.
Okay. Does it appear to have oil?
You give it a shake and roll luck.
Main reason why I asked Scott is like based off of the amount here, I'm guessing that trauma surgery and like amputations, grievous wounds were either caused or treated in here.
Yeah, again, I mean, just by what is in here, it could be anything.
Yeah.
Well,
it's most operating rooms will keep their tools stored away in sterile locations, and they only bring in exactly what they need for the procedure.
Sure.
So, like based off of what was left there, getting an idea of what was the room most likely used for.
That's
me using real world knowledge.
The other thing I noticed in here, another one of those small doors in the corner.
I rolled a 3 against my 72 for luck.
It is full.
Okay. I'm gonna take that with.
Guys, I think we have another body part shoot.
Probably.
Does anybody else have a quarter? I think I used my last one.
Yeah. I throw him a penny, actually.
Ting, 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 ting.
I fumble it, and it ends up going down there anyway.
Failing upward.
Yep.
Same experience where it tings as far down as you would expect it to go and just keeps going. And the sound just fades out.
Well, maybe we should write down that we think that there's a sub-basement or basement level.
Okay.
Well,
Maybe even go all the way down to the sewers.
There could be a kitchen below that could use some fresh meat.
Well, there's...
Oh, no.
Like the
No.
reason why I don't think this is happening here is because like Scott has specifically said it's taken like we hear this coin fall for over a second. So gravity would say it has to be at least 10 meters below where we're currently standing. Whereas like if it went all the way down to the kitchen, that's more like 10 to 12 feet. So I'm more likely to believe that this goes down to like below ground into a sub basement or the sewers than it goes to the kitchen and Soylent Green is people.
I don't know. I don't
And that's
see
me
why both
speaking.
can't be true, and that's gross. Okay. Nice. This little square back here, that's the chute, right?
That's the chute.
Okay. Is this the map that you hand drew still, Scott?
This is floor 2 of it.
Nice. All right. I don't think there's anything else in the room that I wanted to take a look at, guys. I think though, when we head out, we should check that northern hallway if we're still trying to move in the general direction we believe Mudget to have
Herman.
been in. Yeah.
All right, let's go.
I grab a scalpel on the way out, a bloodied scalpel.
Yep. We only got 10 minutes to solve this mystery, boys. Come on.
Well, obviously, I don't expect you guys to stop playing after I'm gone. Just, I'll fall down a chute or something, and we'll solve that mystery then. How's that sound?
Looking down that way, you do notice a door. This way, the hallway seems to continue for a ways.
And there's no like bend in the hallway at the end of the northern one.
The end of the northern one. You can see like a corner.
Okay.
Right there. The wall seems to sort of continue. At a glance, that's kind of what you would notice.
Sure. Okay.
Door to the left, open up, and just go, Herman!
Just going right for it.
Okay, so you popped open that door.
And roll initiative.
It's similar to the last room you were in. Like it has another like medical skeleton in the corner, a lot of diagrams, but it has a big desk and a lot of papers on the desk.
Are they in a language I understand?
Yeah, it's like handwritten notes that are, notes
I read
and, drawings.
I read the top one.
It is a description of like a surgical procedure that happened, it seems like.
Hey, guess what? I'm a doctor. Which one?
It's like it's sort of wrong to you. Like it doesn't sound like they're just describing had to amputate a leg and this is what happened. It's more like a full description of almost taking a body apart.
A pervert's journal. Got it.
I look at my bone saw, and I look at this. I shudder real hard. I was like, all right, guys, these were intentional dismemberments is what it sounds like. Keeper, is that an accurate way of boiling that down?
Something like that, yeah.
Okay. Yeah, these are intentional dismemberments. One may call it a sacrifice. I call it a crime.
Do they, Dr. Howard, do they appear to be in line in any way with the diagrams that we saw in the book upstairs?
I would need to look at these more, but I would have a hunch that they would be. Also, I don't see any medical degrees on the walls here, so this is just straight up assault.
these are like murders
Keepers, they're,
performed like in a series.
Yeah. Hey, Keeper, is there a giant medical license right behind me? Okay.
Oh god, it's right behind me, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. It's just Doctor the Villain.
Is there anything else to the room other than just the desk?
That's pretty much what you get out of it. Just lots of loose papers. There are like bottles lined up that you would imagine are some form of, who knows, pharmacological.
I would guess personally that it's ether and that he may be a bit of a hophead.
Actually, I specifically would know.
Yeah, it's things like ether and chloroform and all sorts of those kinds of things.
Monkey knockout gas.
Monkey knockout gas.
The pieces of the puzzle are starting to fit together. This is a murder hotel. Who booked our rooms here? Was it guy in the conditional plane of existence? Because we have some.
Shotton did book your hotel.
Shotton, you son of a bitch.
He wants his money back.
So, where would you like to leave?
I'm thinking this way.
Okay. So heading back down the hallway, there's this odd nook to it, and then it continues that direction. When you look down, that's kind of what you get at a glance. So you can see as you move through, it's just hallway.
Does anyone else think that this is a crazy labyrinth designed with which to trap his more intelligent guests?
Well, that depends. Do we consider ourselves intelligent? Oh, that's the wrong question to ask. I'm sorry. Herman?
If stealth was our option, it is now lost.
Oh, I don't think we have been too concerned about that. I think maybe I rolled one stealth check, I think, the whole time.
You did stealth up and down the stairs. Or maybe just up the stairs.
I mean, to be honest, stealth is never going to be something that my character does anyway, because for trait, the first one out here is always knocks before entering a room.
I haven't heard you knock yet.
Yeah. But I forgot to mention that because I haven't read that for months. But between my turf toe and always knocking, I don't think stealth is something that Rutherford does.
What's this?
What's what?
This?
From this side, it's just kind of a knock in the wall.
Oh, was that a shoot?
Yeah.
Okay. I want to just check this northern wall for a seam or lever.
Okay.
I did not succeed.
Well, directly to the north, you got a little bit of that sense that you had gotten coming down the hallway the first time, where it was kind of hollow, not hollow.
Okay.
So part of that's what you get.
Sure.
All right, guys, have fun. I gotta go.
All right.
Except for Lincoln Logs.
See that. All right. Do you guys
If
want?
the does end up being totally McCuddly.
Do you guys want to head then down the southern hallway?
Lack of other options, unless there's still more hallway to the north.
Not that I found. No.
You found just wall along that side.
But is there secret hallways?
Jaden tried to look and didn't find anything.
Yeah, I didn't
Yeah,
find
but
anything.
Jaden's also a moron.
Damn.
We literally spent the last thing saying, he's like, oh, don't worry, Thomas Edison did not start an electro cult. And it turns out Thomas Edison did exactly start an electro cult.
I don't remember absolving him of guilt at any point during that campaign.
Mm-hmm.
You'd be like, oh no, this is just like a corruption like crime, and then they're just using the supernatural to like get away with it. No, they literally were supernatural.
So as you're making your way down this southern hallway,
Yes.
We're making our way downtown.
you notice walking by, the hallway extends here, and it seems like it would extend probably to the west, around that way as well.
Okay.
I feel like it's both going that direction.
Okay.
Given our internal Herman radar, that first hallway going west is probably where Rutherford would go.
Yeah, I'd wanna check there first as well.
I didn't hear the Herman radar go off.
Oh no, it started off with one giant yelp, and then it's just been replaying in my head for hours on hours on hours.
If you want to roll navigation, get your sense of direction.
What is my navigation? Not good. Oh shit! I passed on a 7.
Wow.
I
Okay.
needed a 10 to succeed. I got a 7.
Somehow in this maze, you've kind of regathered where you are.
Yeah.
And your best guess of where Herman fell would be probably maybe down these hallways a bit, but kind of between them. Seems like where it would have been. In your head, it doesn't. You don't think it matters.
Yeah.
Direction wise, which way it would be.
I'm just gonna. Yeah. Let's. I'll just go to the guys. Like, hey. Let's just quickly scan the hallways. I think we're getting close. We just need to find doors right now.
Okay.
Some corners.
Yeah. Let's just clear out all these hallways. Know what we're dealing with. Know that all we have to do is search rooms one by one. Anybody have problems with that? I feel a lot more confident now because there's less stairs here.
Yeah, no, I'm fine with a more procedural proceeding.
All right. I'll go down this first hallway. If you two want to go down the second hallway?
Oh, sure. Yeah.
Works for me.
So you're kind of northerly
Yeah.
Howdens.
Yep.
So you come down that hallway. You do
Oh,
kind of.
by the way, if we get into trouble, the code word is oh shit, oh shit, oh shit, oh shit, oh shit.
So how it is, make your way down that. You can see big open hallway goes north, and then a tiny hallway goes south. As you come around, and then the other two, you find as you come through there, you spot hallway goes that way, and there's a door. It kind of continues that direction.
Might as well check the door.
Sure, yeah, I'm with you. You got the gun.
Okay, so you approach the door. Do you want to listen, or are you just popping it open?
Let's take a listen first. I'll take a listen so that Weston can level the firearm. Listen, okay. Oh yeah, I don't think I hear anything. I rolled a 95. I needed 45.
The door is pretty solid, so
You hear the ocean.
maybe there's something in there, but maybe not.
Okay, I will try the handle to see if it's unlocked or not.
It does turn.
Okay. Well, in that case, I would like to, uh, give Weston a nod and open the door. Kind of slowly, but not like, excruciatingly slow, I guess.
Shock and awe! Shock and awe! And we would like to slowly
Okay, then
pursue
you hear what
into the
the door. You first hear what the door was kind of hiding, and you hear like, several of that kind of sound.
So, like, multiple sources of bleeding?
Yep.
Oh, thank God I'm not here.
So it is goat murder time. Got it.
And it smells pretty bad. This room is full of goats.
Just like regular goats?
Live goats.
Just
Regular
full
goats.
live
Regular goats.
Okay. About how many goats?
Like 12.
Okay. Like a dozen goats in a second floor room of a hotel in Chicago. Okay. Not weird or anything. Have we just like not seen like the goat droppings through the hall or what?
This room
Is it-
smells.
That's
Could we kill all of the goats so they no longer have goats?
I mean, we could. That would probably be loud, laborious, and time consuming.
What if we got a bunch of scalpels and just slit their throats all at once?
Yeah, but there's 2 of us and 12 of them.
Exactly.
And
We
you
just
don't think they go a little bit wild when they see us kill the first one?
we'll blindfold them first.
Oh gosh, you're just adding more steps to this. I think we just close the door and leave.
What if we just burn the room down?
I would be more than okay with setting this entire building ablaze once we have, sort of figured out what's going on here and exactly who is to be set ablaze.
Oh, ignore the goats then. Carry on.
Okay. I assume you're making your way back to the west direction.
Yeah.
So you and Howardis both reach the end of your respective hallways, and you're able to see each other and notice there are 2 doors in this narrow hallway.
Okay.
Also, there's a door to your south.
The south one being closest to Weston and myself, right?
Yeah, as you come around, like you would have come, like probably right about there. You can
Okay.
see Howardis right there.
Yeah. This music is really creepy.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah. And Howardis, you can also see this extends a ways. But you aren't really sure without walking how much.
I would like to take a listen at this southern door.
Okay, roll.
I failed again.
Nothing comes. I mean, solid doors. Nothing comes through.
Yeah. Okay.
You do notice just at the frame, this one pushes in, where most of the ones have kind of pulled out into the hallway.
Okay. There was another door that did that on the 3rd floor, wasn't there?
Mhm.
Can you remind me what was behind that door since I can't see it?
So that was that long hallway. Basically, that long hallway that you found, like both sides opened out. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
You can't see me right now. Okay.
Okay. Um. All right. I'll make a mental note of that, and I don't think that this door needs to be opened just yet.
Okay.
I'm thinking that the room that we just kind of walked around is the room in question. And from the way the map looks, we have two sort of like doors in the hallway that lead to a door to the east and west. Am I reading that correct?
Mm-hmm.
I'd like
Yeah,
to go to the door on the east.
Okay.
Knock, open the door up.
You open the door, and it is like extraordinarily dark, and the light from the hallway doesn't seem to do any good. It's just blackness.
Norman, oh shit, oh shit, oh shit, oh shit!
I light the lantern.
Okay.
Very calmly.
Corey, I think you're muted.
Yeah, I muted because I was opening a can really quick. I step forward to like illuminate the room.
Okay, so as you walk in, the lantern light isn't spreading the way that you would expect it to. Like, it's just like a foot around it.
Huh.
And then it dissipates all pure darkness.
Herman!
Majid, you in here? Squelch if you're alive.
No response.
Hey, since you've got fancy light, can I get my lighter back?
Oh yeah, you can have it back now.
All right, I'm gonna flip open my Zippo, and starting with my left-hand side, try to just go along the walls.
Okay. So you
Where my hand is literally where I think the wall should be, and then the lighter right next to it, trying to just get a sense of how big the room is.
you trace along the wall.
Mm-hmm.
You can't really make out even what the material of the wall is, but you can see that there's a wall. And it
It's
seems
organs, isn't it?
to go on, and it goes on. And eventually you come to what feels like a curtain at that corner.
Oh man, I wish I had a brain all along.
While he's doing that, can I use my lantern and its barely penetrating light to try to find another like light switch or lantern valve again?
Sure. Are you going along the wall?
Yeah, the other direction.
Okay. Roll spot hidden as you do.
Okay. I'm gonna use 2 luck points to succeed.
Okay. So, as you're again finding.
Shit, sorry, I read that wrong. I didn't need luck. I rolled a 36, not a 63. Nice dyslexia, Corey.
So, again, this wall, you can't really even tell what it's made of. If it's like black wallpaper or what it might be, and you're sort of feeling along. You're not finding any switches. You do, again, once you get to the other edge, you notice a curtain.
Is this like
That's
a medical curtain where it's on rails? Is it like a partition where it's like sort of like
rails?
Give
well,
it,
no.
give it a tug.
I mean, there's like medical partitions that you use for like temporary hospitals
Sure.
where it's literally like collapsible fabric on metal frames.
Yeah, they're only like a couple feet high. They don't go floor to ceiling.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so like if I look down, like do I see like any sort of like metal frame or stands?
Not when you look down and you hold your zipper ladder down. It's curtained on ground. The
Okay.
floor.
If that's the case, I'm gonna assume that it's on rails at the ceiling then, and just kind of open it up.
Yeah, you hear that kind of metal
Yeah.
sound. It is kind of on a rail across the ceiling.
Hmm.
It does pull back. As you do that, there's this sort of dim red light in this space.
I
That
can't
also-
perceive that.
Dim
Can
brown
Alice?
light.
Like a bright
Uh,
brown.
Yeah. Just so you know, so that I don't have to act at all in this. All of my characters are also colorblind.
Okay. Cool. So just from that tug of you see like this expanse of colored light illuminating that corner. And if you want to proceed in or whatever you want to do.
I'll let Weston and Jaden decide what they're going to do before I decide.
Yeah, what's Weston doing? He didn't said yet.
Just hanging out, watching you guys play with your meat curtains.
I mean, can he even see us at the back of the room?
Not if he hasn't moved. If he's at the doorway, he can off in the distance, he can see the lantern. But he can't see you.
Okay.
Like he can tell that there's a light back there.
Does it look like kind of like a dim like point of light in the distance kind of thing, or what?
Yeah, it's almost like a star. Like
Okay.
I've been hanging out at the door because we didn't find any other entrances into here, so I want to cover our egress.
Okay.
I'm doing the smart thing because I don't want to be trapped in this room.
At this point, can we do a quick bathroom break?
Yeah.
Cool. Like 5 minutes.
You are
less
the
cleaning
god
time?
of this world. It's up to you.
Yeah.
Cool. right, I am back.
What up?
What's up?
Still waiting on Corey.
Mm-hmm.
I'm here. Sorry, I'm here.
Okay. Everybody ready? Cool.
Let's do it.
Okay. So Howdis has revealed a like red lit space behind a curtain. Jaden has found this edge of the curtain and nothing else along the wall. And Weston is watching the door.
Okay.
And your guys' lights are almost like points of light to him. So
I too, I guess, would like to pull back the curtain then.
okay. So same thing. You pull that back, and the space that you can see is lit like in dim red light.
Is there anything back there?
As you kind of peer around, there's like a table at the back, and what looks like sort of a sink of sorts. And there are photographs pinned along the wall, like on a clothesline sort of thing.
So is this a dark room? It looks like.
I'd say.
Something like that, yeah.
Like, are there materials here for developing film?
If Jaden would know that. I think logically by what he's seeing.
Actually, can I roll? Yeah. I have 40 in photography.
Oh, nice.
I somehow managed to roll a 99, though.
For some reason, you are really confused. It might be the darkness behind you. And it doesn't quite register the way that it should. So you take a second to realize, but then the logic still hits you, knowing how photography works. This is some kind of dark room. Some kind of dark room.
Okay. Can I see like how it is across the way?
Not unless he has popped his head in or moved in.
Oh, okay.
I have not.
Can I look? Can I like I want to just like walk. I want to like hold the lantern up to like the pictures and kind of look to see like what's depicted in them.
As you kind of move along from picture to picture, they are people in various states of either dismemberment or decomposition. Some of them are just very dead people who are clothed and posed like for a regular photograph, but maybe their face is peeled off. So it's like a normal death photograph, but there's no face. Very strange things like that.
Oh, right, because death photographs are like still kind of a thing, right? Where like you would like dress up your loved one and like, oh, let's get one last picture, Bill. Yep. Okay. How come we don't do that at funerals anymore?
We do. Have you not seen all those funeral selfies that are out there?
Weekend at Bernie's happened. One person took it too far and ruined it for everybody.
So like the poses and things like that the people are in, do they appear to be like, so do the photos that are taken of the partially dismembered and like decaying bodies, do they appear to be posed in any particular kind of way, or are they taken in like a natural composition?
It's all sorts of I'm sorry, so maybe I didn't understand.
I guess what I'm looking for, what Jaden is looking for in these photographs is like kind of a sick playfulness.
Is it somebody's porn?
Not quite like that, but just like, you know, like this is someone's like hot, like they like love this, so they want to like.
There are so many. The volume, and you can see off to the side there are like stacks of undeveloped film.
Oh God.
Or reels.
Yeah.
And just judging by every single picture that you see out is a dead person in some form.
Yeah.
that you're confident that that's what the rest of this is.
I'm gonna shout into the room and go, "Are you guys dead yet?"
Yes.
can hear
Oh,
I'll call out. We're in I think it's a film studio, like a doc room for developing film pictures. And these are, and I say, and there's some sick fucking pictures hanging up over here. Not the good kind of sick.
oh, why don't you bring them out and we can use them as evidence?
Because we're not the cops.
Um,
I believe one of us has detective in their name.
I'm a paranormal investigator, Weston. You know this.
Yeah. We're also way outside all of our jurisdictions. We can't arrest somebody even if we wanted to.
No, but we can anonymously donate these to the police with an address.
Can I? Are there any sort of like in the pictures? Is there anything depicted in the pictures that would indicate a location where the picture was taken?
Roll intelligence, unless you have a skill that I don't think works.
I don't think so. Ooh, I rolled a 7. That's a very hard success, an extreme success.
So it seems like, just at a glance, there's not a lot to identify the location, but also there are sometimes backgrounds, and while you can't necessarily tell what it is, maybe somebody else could. Or,
Okay.
Or if you spend enough time.
I'll
You might
kind
be
of grab a couple of those and just stash them in my coat pocket.
Okay.
Just in case. I mean, this guy's a doctor. The guy who owns the place is Dr. Holmes, so I mean, like, the odds of him being incriminated for having pictures of dead bodies is probably not high, but on the off chance.
He's a pharmacist.
He owns a pharmacy.
He's a pharmacist.
They call them druggists.
He's a soda jerk.
And I don't think that they were doctors. This guy is.
I haven't seen his certificate.
Oh God, is it directly behind me?
And then I'll head out of the room.
I would just like to search the remaining dark areas to make sure that Herman isn't here, because this is where I thought he would be.
How it is? Go ahead and roll spot hidden.
That's a 7 for success, like an outrageous success. Like whatever the most severe brand of success is.
So as you're trying to look for some sort of trapdoor, compartment, something, your eyes drift up, and you notice there is a point of light above you. Like there's a square shape above you, right about here.
So once again, decoding this, what you're telling me, based off of relative position and darkness, this is exactly where I think Herman fell.
That's what you believe, yeah.
Okay.
Based on your navigation check and seeing a square hole in the ceiling above you.
And there's nothing here in which it would make sense for him to believe that he got impaled.
Not that you have seen.
And I don't think I can throw my toilet blanket up to the top there.
I mean, it's possible that maybe,
It's like
in the darkness, there's,
it's like right next to the door, right? Like, can I see that how it is relatively close with his lighter?
it's like right about there.
Okay. I would like to go and assist. How it is? What are we looking at here?
I think something isn't right here.
Okay. Is that the trapdoor?
That's what I'm thinking.
Okay. I would like to like look on the ground for any blood, drag marks,
Mhm.
or signs of something being missing that was previously there. I don't know.
Spot hidden.
Okay. Ooh, damn, that was a wicked hard success with a 2.
Okay. As you trace the lantern around the floor in this area, you are finding blood stains around, or
Okay.
like what would appear to be blood stains, both super dry and maybe a little fresher.
Okay, so there is still some wet down here.
Yeah.
Okay.
But this is a guy who took an unexpected fall
Mhm.
from 10 to 12 feet, was not able to catch himself, so he probably landed on his ass, would have internal bleeding injury. He can't, like, either he got dragged off and he's in a new location and we have no clues as to where he went, or he's
maybe-
not who we think he is.
Maybe he was secretly Cthulhu all along.
But that's exactly what I'm building to. Is it comes down to like everything that I've seen when we inspect trauma. If you had an unexpected fall, even from the height of 10 to 12 feet, you're not going to be moving too well.
No, I certainly do not expect the lack of a body in this location is indicative of a man getting up and walking away on his own power.
But it comes down towards either he triggered a trap that he knew was there and was able to expect it, limit the damage so he might have a sprained ankle instead, in order to get away from us, because he was like, oh shit, I couldn't kill those guys. Or he's a sacrifice. And I don't know which one is more likely right now.
Let's go check the goats again.
Oh yeah, we found a room full of goats, how it is. Just regular goats, so not goat people.
Alright, let's move past that for right now.
Okay.
But yeah, is there like any trail of like blood going out of the room?
Spot hidden.
Oh, my luck's been too good. 34 on a spot hidden. 51, so regular success.
You are finding kind of a path of some blood marks that leave the room or head towards the door.
Allow me to refine the question. Specifically fresh blood.
Yeah, there is some wet blood around.
Okay.
And you notice also, like, as you guys have traversed this room, like, there are boot prints, so it's possible you have spread the blood without realizing.
Could I look for any kind of drag marks, i.e. heavy scratches in the floor, or fresh-looking blood drag marks leading in a particular direction? Seeing as they are still in the room and I am still outside of said room.
Sure.
Boot hidden?
Sure, yeah.
I rolled an 80, so a regular success.
Okay. An 80 is a regular success for you?
Yeah, I rolled a 9 for my spot hidden improvement, so I went from a 75 to an 84.
Wow.
So quick question, what is your hard success number?
42.
Okay. Yeah, I'm like only 20 points above your hard success for my regular success. That's insane.
I dumped all of it into spot hidden. And guns.
So, yeah, as you,
My one purpose in life.
it's Trace exiting the door, like maybe somebody was not really worried about what was going on inside the room, but they tried to maybe clean up outside.
Okay.
But it does, like, it's like it comes up to the door frame, and then there are trace amounts that exit, but it's cleaner.
Does it seem to go in one particular direction or no?
You can't really get a sense of that.
Alrighty then. Somebody cleaned up, guys.
Well, that doesn't necessarily change how it is fairly accurate theory of that either the guy knew that the hole was going to be there and was able to, superhero roll out of it and gave himself just a little bit of blood and cleaned up after himself, or someone took him away and cleaned up after themselves. I think either is probably the same amount of likelihood at this point.
I mean, I'm just saying here is when we do come across Herman, everything that we need to, he says, we need to take cynically.
I already was.
So, what was that door to the south? Should we go investigate that?
So the door to the south opens away from the hallway, which we've seen before was like for like a larger like traversing area. But if I was dragging somebody, I would like to drag them through a door that opened while I was dragging, rather than having to open a door and then resume dragging. So maybe we should go that way first.
I've got no better argument.
I
I mean, we could take a quick glance as to what's on the other side of the hall since we've got another door right there. But yeah, I think ultimately that's where we need to go. All right, we're going to the door in the south.
All right, so you approach this door to the south, and how would you like to proceed?
Well, if I'm first, I'm going to knock on the door before entering. So I bet I'm not first.
Look, listen, and then riot, please enter.
You're knocking, Jay?
No, I said there's, with the party knowing that they probably won't let me go through the door first.
Oh, okay.
Norman, listen.
Oh, you want me to listen? Okay.
I'm no
Alright.
good at it.
I'll do my
Well,
best.
he isn't either.
Hey, I have made 5 successful listen checks, thank you, and that's a sixth with a 22, which is actually a hard success.
It's still better than mine. Mine's a 20.
Jaden, you hear like footsteps that seem to be getting like, you know how you can they're getting lower? Like they were starting kind of higher and they were getting lower.
How about like relative distance
Huh?
to or from me? Does that seem like that's farther away?
Come here. Give me.
They're not getting any further away from you.
Okay.
And you
Nope.
just kind of hear a little bit of like muttering.
Sure. There is someone somewhere on the other side of this door.
All right, as I take out the bone saw.
I'm actually going to defer to Weston on this one because I think it's easier to, hold the pistol and push the door open than it is for me to try to like push the door open and get out of the way.
Okay.
So Weston, breaching is on you.
All right. Then, and it opens inward toward that room.
Correct.
All right. Gingerly turn the knob and then bum rush in.
By the way, I want to mention too, I've turned the light as far down on the lantern as I can without it going out to save oil.
Okay. So as you do that, you see this whole room. The thing that takes your notice for the most is there's a spiral staircase, like a metal framed spiral staircase there. And there's a man who is just reaching the bottom, and he is dragging something behind him.
Does he seem like a real man that I could shoot, or fake man?
It's up to you.
Then in that case, it would be point the 38 at him and tell him to freeze and raise his hands.
As you do that, he turns and he drops what he was dragging. His hands are up. Who we do?
Got him, guys. You're up now.
I'm Dr. From the Better Medicine Bureau.
Maybe you should come this way.
Nope. I'm cool here. What's the name you're going to give us?
Wait. Brian.
All right, cool. Like I started off here knowing that you're going to lie to us, so we're just gonna call you Brian.
As you get a better look at him, he's kind of flushed a little bit, bloodshot eyes a little bit, a little disheveled in general.
So Brian, how's your day going?
Same as any other day.
What
So
do you got there, Brian?
Looks behind him. Taking out the trash.
Why not use one of the hundreds of chutes that we've seen?
Is that a metaphor?
Sometimes it's too big.
What's the trash?
Just the trash. So
Wait.
it's like a burlap sack behind him.
Does it seem to be leaking blood?
No.
Would you mind opening that burlap sack for us, Brian?
You want to come and help me?
No, just open it up, show us what's inside.
Show us your sack.
I think you should help.
Did you have somebody
us
help
your
you
sack.
close it?
He just looks confused.
What's in the box?
Brian, I'm going to ask you to back away from that burlap sack.
But why don't you come closer?
Why don't you back away? Because I'm not moving forward unless you move farther away from that bag.
He takes a couple steps. So he was like right here.
Mm-hmm.
He takes
Brian,
couple steps this way.
I'm telling you right now, you keep moving forward, I will shoot you. And I
Sorry.
won't feel bad about it.
Why can't I grab it? Can't grab it.
Are you still on draw?
No, I just can't get the grab thing. It's not big enough. There we go. So he's moving like that way. Just a couple steps.
I'm telling you, stop moving or I will shoot you.
Hold on.
You told me
I'm
to
gonna
back away from the...
Brian, I want you to put your hands up against the wall.
Drop your pants.
No, you can keep your pants on. He's making a joke.
No, it's harder for them to run if their pants are around their ankles.
He's continuing to move this way. 'cause
Can
he
I-
said to move
can-
the wall.
Can I make a psychology check? So it says that it allows the user to study an individual and form an idea of another person's motives and character.
Okay.
I rolled a 17, which is a hard success.
So he clearly is hiding something from you, not doing a very good job. He's either drunk or hungover. Like you can, that's pretty clear. And he is currently he thinks he's getting away with something.
Okay.
I shoot him already.
I say, Weston, grab and detain him. How it is? Let's grab that bag. And I start rushing forward to grab the sack from
So
Brian.
he makes a run that way as you try to move forward. So
Well, if he starts to run, I want to shoot him. In
Okay.
a non-lethal way, but enough to hopefully shatter like a femur or something.
okay.
That can be pretty lethal.
I'm not trying to actively kill him is what I'm trying to say.
So as you do that, you notice he's reaching out for something that you imagine is a door.
And I want to shoot him. All the same.
Go ahead and roll firearms.
How How about an extreme success with a total of 10?
Roll damage.
It's 1d10.
I have already added it to my inventory.
Okay.
That would be 8, and since my damage bonus is a +2, a total of 10.
He drops like a sack.
Like the sack he's holding?
Not holding it anymore. It's at the bottom of the stairs. So yeah, he's down for the count.
You
got
Not
him.
lethal though, correct?
You shot him. I mean, he's still moving.
It's not immediately lethal.
How it is? Get to it. Fix him.
He's not instantly dead, but I'm grabbing the bag.
I will assist with that process. Holding the lantern up so that Norman can just focus on the bag entirely.
Okay. As you open the bag, there's a body.
Do we know who's inside of it?
Yeah, can I see like the head to see?
It's a woman.
Okay,
You don't know her, or you don't
Okay.
recognize her at least.
I'm gonna write that down. Brian, female unsub.
Is Brian still conscious right now?
He's kind of like coughing up blood.
Where was the entry wound?
The chest.
I'm
I
gonna
suck at aiming.
I'm gonna step right on the wound. I go, Brian, stay awake right now. Stay the fuck awake, or I'm gonna make this hurt more. Why are you dragging that?
He just kind of says, "Tell my wife." Like those are the only words that come out.
I push harder. Not good enough, Brian.
He's even the coughing is fading.
Damn it, Weston! Why'd you shoot him so good?
In my
I'm
medical
good at
kit,
2 things. Okay.
in my medical kit, I would assume. Actually, no, not the kind of doctor that I am. I wouldn't have adrenaline in me. All right, he's dead.
I wouldn't have adrenaline in me.
With me.
I like in me better.
Well, it's gonna be in him if I had it.
Ooh.
Give him just a little bit more time to talk before he fully.
Why must I be so good at the murder? Maybe I'm the unsub. And you guys are all just my pawns.
That was meant to be from the last arc, wasn't it?
All right, so you have a woman in a bag.
Guy not in a bag.
There's no blood in the bag. And then, yeah, you have a new dead man on the ground.
Do these spiral stairs seem to go down further or just up?
They seem to just go up. This is the bottom.
Do we have
He was
any
trying to-
idea what would be in that room upstairs?
I would like to know where he was taking the body. Also.
Yeah,
Maybe we
let's
should
clear
check
this floor.
Just to be extra clear here, he got it to the bottom of the stairs. You guys stood him up, had him drop the bag, and then that's when he started moving to the door when Howard said to go to the wall.
Mm-hmm.
And then he
Yeah.
died.
So just to
I would like to clear this floor before we go back up to the third. Part of it is because Rutherford's going to be a scaredy little puss. But if that's where he was trying to escape to, I definitely want to make sure that we're not going to have a chance to get surrounded.
Correct. Could we search his person for anything of interest?
you can.
I would like
A used
search.
bullet.
Any identification, wallet, weapons?
Roll spot hidden.
I rolled an 89, which is a failure.
You don't find anything that interesting. I mean, it's really easy to find. It's not hidden in his inner coat pocket. There is a wallet, and he has a hammer around his belt, like a sort of a tool belt kind of situation.
Maintenance guy. Does the wallet have an ID in it or no?
Yes.
Does it say David?
So Benjamin Peitzel.
He lied to us, guys.
You don't say.
Well, I lied to him, so
I don't feel so bad now.
like
Well,
I
go
told
ahead
him that I'm
and
from the Better Medicine Bureau. That's who would believe that?
This is better medicine. Look, he didn't suffer.
I'm gonna check that door to the north. This time, not knocking because we murdered somebody.
I think the knocking came from the bullet.
Yeah, the gunfire was a good knock.
I will accompany Howdis.
You just pulling it open. Just pulling open.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So as you do that, what you see is just an enormous room that just goes on and on down the back. There are blood stains down the floor in various spots.
Is it lit?
Yes.
Oh, Jesus.
So sterile room, bloodstains everywhere, very well lit. That's all that we know.
Yes. And it just goes on.
Hey, Howdis, before we go down Death Hallway, could we maybe try to figure out cause of death, maybe, for this young lady?
Yeah, I'll do that. This would be a medicine check, I'm assuming?
Yes.
All right. I have a 71% chance of passing this. That's a 3. I've never been so sure of anything in my life.
It's some form of asphyxiation, probably a gas poison.
So there's no like ligature marks or anything on the neck?
Nope.
Okay.
No, there's nothing like that.
She's intact?
Yes. Just
I don't know if it was specifically us they were aiming for. I think every room got gassed at the same time, so they...
I do have a question. So Norman wouldn't know this, but Corey does. Is there like the amount of lividity on the body so that we can try to see how long she's been dead?
Howdis would know this from his that really good medicine roll.
Mhm.
It was almost certainly this morning, like within hours. That's when she died.
I think she wasn't able to escape the room when we could.
I definitely think we were not meant to, and I'm a little. Wesley,
Here's the question.
You said that Ben was he's just like a worker.
You asking me or Weston?
I was asking Wesley then.
Best I can figure.
Weston saw kind of a tool belt hammer on
Yeah.
this person.
Hey, Weston,
Yes.
what time did they remove you from the room
I don't
between
know.
last night and this morning?
Do I look like I have a clock on me?
Do you have a
Yes.
pocket watch?
No, I do not.
Hmm.
It's in my bag.
Hmm.
So, look,
Probably
I mean,
shortly after I got into the room would be my guess, since I'm still
Yeah.
clothed.
well, my first guess here, or my first question that I want to ask here is, what was so special about Weston where they didn't want him gassed like the rest of us? Why is it that Herman was able to escape by just breaking through the door, where we ended up having to find the trap door to get out and release the 3 of us? why did we need to make such non-discriminatory murders? Does Rosemary know about any of this?
Who knows? Rosemary fucked off after we went behind the desk.
So there's a chance that let's assume that she's involved. Everybody knows we're coming.
I was thinking along that same line, Rutherford. I'm surprised, honestly, that Ben here didn't put up more of a fight.
Well, I don't think he was expecting to get shot once and die today.
Well, I mean, you did threaten to shoot him multiple times, so he should have at least expected to have been shot.
But I'm just saying here is, unless we see LB, I don't think there's anybody else in this entire fucking city we can trust right now. I know I'm being hyperbolic, but on the same time, am I?
Unless we spot a Pinkerton.
We need more Pinkertons.
Yes, somebody send for the fucking Pinkertons. All right, listen. I think that at this point we should probably proceed with caution and a prudent approach to our movements. We should probably try to stay quiet. Probably how it is, stop knocking on doors before we go in.
I will try my best, but manners maketh man.
Sure. I would rather your manners didn't maketh this man dead. Or
That
murdered.
is
Maketh man murdered.
It's not very polite to stand on somebody.
that is. Well, let's be honest here.
Poor manners.
He had a dead body, and I can only assume he was asking me to come towards the burlap sack so he could try to make a human shield. At best case, worse, stab me, kill me, dismember me.
Hammer.
Anyway, stealth priority.
Not my strong suit.
That's fine.
Not
It's
any
still a
of ours.
priority.
Yeah, we need to be successful whenever we can.
Right. Just because we're not good at it doesn't mean we don't need to try our hardest.
Yeah.
If there are no witnesses, that counts as being stealthy, right?
Provided there was not a gunshot that arrived us at that particular destination.
Yeah. I mean, let's be real here. I don't want to have a repeat of what happened earlier this week with the giant electro cult.
You mean
What a hell of a
yesterday?
week, aren't we?
Yeah.
Actually, maybe 2 days ago. I think we might have spent a day going to find
Getting
and
drunk
talk
and
to
eating hamburgers.
Timo Schotten, and then get drunk, and then show up here, and then now we're stuck in leg 2 of Extraordinary Journey.
I'm gonna be honest. Going away from the mystery of this all, I can't wait until I don't have to see you guys.
Don't worry, we'll have a reunion in 5, 10, 20 years. We'll do it every few years.
I like the assumption here that we're gonna live that long.
Silver linings here. I haven't seen the red-faced skull guy yet, so I mean that's pretty good.
I haven't. Yeah, I mean, other silver linings. I haven't seen red in ever.
That's good. It's a very threatening color.
Yeah. All right. So, shall we advance forward?
Yeah.
All right. Weapons out, boys. And I grab the bone saw.
Are you going to the new long blood room, or are you going back into the hallway?
I still vote blood room. Let's clear this floor before we go back up to the third.
Yeah, I think blood room.
Yep.
Okay. So you make your way in, and again, just
Oh, before we do, I would like to drag the burlap sack and Brian Benjamin into the corner.
Why don't we just drag them into the blood room, because nobody would...
Or no, hey, we can put him in the dark room.
But if we just put them in the blood room, nobody will second guess it.
That's the same room.
No, I think we're talking about the blood hallway.
I mean, they definitely second guess it when they find out that Benjamin Bryan is dead when he should very much be alive.
Well, maybe he just couldn't take it anymore. And shot himself in the chest.
Yeah, it's with that gun he doesn't seem to have on him right now. He was so sick of the world that he took a drill and twisted it into his arm because I don't believe power tools exist yet.
I don't know. Did you see that World's Fair? That electric shit was everywhere.
I forgot about the DeWalt exhibit at the World's Fair. My apologies.
Johann DeWalt.
Yeah, I'm fine with. I think the dock room probably a good idea. Just drop them in there real quick. It's not like it's not immediately across the hallway. So
Mm-hmm.
Don't think the blood trail dragging him through the hallway would be a dead giveaway that there's a dead guy in there?
I mean, there's blood trails everywhere.
No,
Like,
there aren't.
look down the hallway. There's blood trails.
Yeah, that's why I said we just toss him in there. Stick him in a corner. Throw a blanket over him.
So the blood trails, no one's gonna bat an eye about. The clearly dead body where a dead body shouldn't be, they will.
I'm saying the blood trail leading from this room into the dark room might be a giveaway, seeing as that hallway seems to have been cleaned up from any possible blood leading from the dark room into the blood hallway area.
I'm willing to take that chance. I'd rather them question like blood in the direction it's going in, more so than, hey, why the fuck is this dead body here?
And this Benjamin individual does not seem like he would be very competent, obviously. So it could just be that they go on a hunt for him about not doing his job well.
Yep. So we got this solved then?
Nope. But into the room he goes.
All right, cool. All right,
So-
now we're back in blood hallway.
Okay. Back in that hallway, there are bloodstains throughout. There are a few spots where it's a little more concentrated. Every maybe 20 feet, 15, 20 feet. Like kind of around here and there and there. It's a little more concentrated.
is there anything above those areas?
As you turn your head up, you see there's the ceiling is not finished here, so it's just like the wood beams. And you do notice distinct squares. There's almost certainly a trapdoor.
So it would appear at least that the rooms have a method of dropping their precious cargo down to here. Because this is roughly. Can I make a navigation check to see if I can figure? I think
Sure.
that this is roughly underneath where our rooms were.
Sure.
Oh boy, this has got to be good. I did not succeed.
You have no idea where you are, but you can still apply your own logic.
Okay. All right. Well, wherever the bodies are being taken to, this is probably part of the start of that process. So I think we should probably keep moving.
Yeah, I definitely would like to do whatever it takes to make us not unwitting sacrifices as fast as possible. And
Word mush.
yeah. So we've cleared out this hallway. There's no doors here. This is more like a collection point.
I mean, I don't think we've gone down to like the end of the hallway yet. We can just see that it goes on like essentially the length of the building.
As you make your way down and you look around at the walls, you're not seeing any doors. It seems to just be this expansive.
I would like to look at the ceiling and see if there's any like trapdoor mechanisms.
You see kind of what Jaden had already seen. Every so often there is a squared off bit in the floorboards above. And you can kind of trace the gears and wiring that goes to the east and disappears into the wall.
All right, I've got everything that I need. Do we want to go back to the main hallways, check those out, or do we want to go up to the 3rd floor? Which would probably be the only other place that could definitely hear a gunshot very clearly.
We didn't finish going down like this northern hallway when we had split up, right?
Correct. You just saw that it does go further than you can see.
Yeah.
Right now.
Maybe we should check that out real quick.
Let's do it.
So as you come around this way, you can see this space here. There is. Why can't I do this? So there's sort of a nook there, and then it continues back this way. If you wanted to poke your head around that corner, then you would see that there is a door.
Okay. Go up to the door and take a listen.
Alrighty.
That is a hard success.
Very quiet.
Okay. I will open the door then.
Okay.
Sorry, I farted.
As you do, you find a room. It's similar to that room outside the library.
Okay.
Like
It's kind of like
it's like
a foyer sort of thing.
Right. It's like but the decor is a little bit off, and like across, you see these large ornate double doors, and across from that, there's this large landscape painting that depicts. It's like one of those like post-apocalyptic religious paintings, like people being
Raptured.
torn apart by strange things.
Do I recognize like any symbols or imagery or anything like that from the book in the library?
As you pan across, in the top right, there is a much more detailed version of that stooped
That like
goat-headed
squatting,
creature.
like goat-headed. Okay.
And it has bright yellow eyes and black and dark red features.
Hey, look, a goat person.
Can I take a closer look at that part of the painting? Is it just painted on there? I'm basically looking for like any triggers or anything, or people's.
Do you want to roll spot hidden?
Sure. Whew. I do not spot hidden.
So with your eyes, nothing seems off, and you kind of run your hands along the paint. It does seem like it's paint, as far as you can tell.
Okay. Well, I'm satisfied. There's some double doors to the. So the painting was along this eastern wall.
South wall.
South wall. Okay. Can I? No. And there's double doors to the north, right?
And they are really ornate, decoratively carved. You might recognize the door frame looks a bit like that door frame that you had seen in the door to the brick wall.
Oh.
Or at least LB had seen that.
Right.
And there's a scene similar to the one in the painting behind you that's sort of carved into this wall.
Okay.
Or this door.
Yeah. I would like to listen at the door.
Okay.
I rolled a 76. I failed.
Nothing stands out. You hear
Okay.
wood.
What do you guys think? You want to head through these double doors? Is there anything else you wanted to take a look at?
No, I'm pretty sure we're alone on this floor right now. Yeah, I'm cool with going up to the third.
Um,
Because I imagine going upstairs would be less scary than going downstairs.
Well, but
afraid
what
of
about
falling.
what about these doors right here?
I mean, if we're in a foyer, this is like what I'm imagining here is that the more ornate a room is, the less likely we're going to have this be something scary. And if we're getting back into portraits and we're going through this might just be your regular. Why the fuck did we think to reserve like a room here, as opposed to why the hell are people getting murdered here? So if you want to go through, by all means. Like I'm not saying don't do it. I'm just thinking we may not have to do it.
What are your thoughts, Weston?
Goats seem to be a persistent theme, so I want to see what's behind the goat room.
It's
Okay.
the 1906 Chicago Cubs.
So I say pursue the double doors.
Okay. Would we be able to take a quick break? I really have to go to the bathroom.
That is fine.
Okay.
Let's
Thank
do,
you. Sorry,
uh,
guys.
do a quick 5.
Going potty, tiny bladder.
I've got a knot in my shoulder that refuses to die.
Hey, me too.
That's always fun.
Mm-hmm.
I need to go buy some AAAs. That's what I need to do. I've been enjoying the calls and calling of Cthulhu's. Definitely enjoyable. Pin on there. There got pin. It's just nice to be back to semi-normal schedule. At least have that going for me.
Yay.
Till next week, I'm sure, when they decide to fuck it all up again. Because it'd be too easy to leave me on a consistent schedule. It's a little chilly in here. I gotta run errands after this real quick.
Alrighty.
Corey had that poopy. What are we giggling about? I want to giggle.
Just the dog here.
What's he doing?
He was waiting for me to pet him, and then I was petting him, and he leaned into it so hard that when I removed my hand, he like almost fell over.
Stupid dog.
And now he has trapped himself in the little
Shuttle
area
rope.
in my desk by my feet.
This one's no good anymore. It's all tortoise shit. So I'm gonna cut it. Man, there's a lot of wires that go into an HDMI cord.
Word.
counting like 19. Oh, man. I don't want to grow up. I'm a Toys R Us kid. But they went out of business, so we have to.
That makes me sad.
We went out of business twice. You want to be even more sad.
Toys R Us was always like the coolest place to go.
No argument for me. A store devoted entirely to toys.
And a big one.
Yeah. It was glorious. That's one hell of a poop from Corey.
Drinking too much kombucha. Or too little? I don't know how that works.
Why, does kombucha make you poop?
I don't really know what it does.
I'm back.
How's your poop?
Satisfying.
Slimy?
How's your
yet
kombucha?
satisfying?
Actually, I hadn't had any kombucha in a couple of days. It ran out.
Everybody ready?
Yes.
Okay, so you're at those double doors. I thought Jaden and Weston were saying they were going to open them or listen or something.
Yes.
Yeah.
So did you want to listen or open?
I mean, I already listened, so I'm okay to open.
that's
but
right.
If
Yep.
if Weston wants to, then I'm not going to stop him.
You listened and it was wood. Okay.
I
So
don't listen. I'm a man of action.
The handles are like those big iron rings. So
Okay.
there's no like turn handles. So as you pull these large, heavy, ornate doors open, you see another kind of large room. See off to the side, there's one of those spiral staircases.
Okay.
And straight in front of you, there's this boxed room with like a lattice closing.
What does that mean? A lattice closing?
Like it's like that cross metal lattice that,
Okay.
you know what I mean?
Kind of like a trellis.
Trellis.
Like an old like elevator door kind of thing?
Mhm.
Yeah, like kind of like accordion style.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Does it look like an elevator?
You've only seen one active elevator before.
Yeah, and it took us into a really bad place. Let's see if this one does the same.
Yeah. Let's go again. Let's go again.
So there's like nothing else in the room other than a staircase and a box room?
Are there
Um,
any
you can-
bookshelves, desks, furnitures?
You can spot hidden.
Yes.
Like furniture-wise, it's bare. But
I see nothing. I rolled an 88. I failed.
I rolled
Cool.
a hard success.
you spot in the corner there is another one of those like back door handles.
Oh.
But otherwise, that's pretty much all that stands out to you.
Okay. I don't think we really saw much on this end of the building before, so I would like to check out that door handle.
Okay. So
Is there a peephole nearby?
Nope.
No? Okay. Let's try to pull it open.
As you pull it open, it enters into that blood room, the long, extending room.
Oh,
Uh,
okay.
There doesn't seem to be. I mean, as far as you know, you're not sure why there'd be a reason to hide it, but
Unless it's just a shortcut. Or unless it's meant so that people who get dropped in there can't get to this part of the building. Okay.
I would like to investigate further the lattice
no.
work door.
And I'd say also just with the spiral staircase, you can see it goes up only.
Okay.
As you enter that, or not enter, as you approach that metal accordion door, whatever we want to call it, and look inside, it is a box room with a couple of levers.
Does the door seem to be unlocked?
You have to like turn a handle thing to unlatch it, but yeah.
Who wants to play with some levers?
Do the levers have any like labels or any sort on them?
There are 3 levers. Wait. Yeah, 3 levers.
I look for an operations manual.
um,
Do we want to pull them and see what they do, or do we want to leave this be and not disclose how far we have made it?
should we check these? So we never saw a spiral staircase when we were on the 3rd floor before. So should we check one of these to see like where they go?
That was the plan once we had completed this floor.
Yeah.
This wall over here was the one with that weird goat painting, correct?
No, it
The
was the
south, straight across from the double doors.
But that east wall was on the other side of the hallway from where the wall felt hollow under the stairs.
And that's where I kicked in a hole.
Yeah, and we didn't see anything underneath.
Well, I don't know. I'm out of ideas for this floor. I think we're pretty well spent here.
I feel like you're probably right.
Mm-hmm.
Up the spiral staircase or play with levers?
I would warn against just randomly playing with levers, because remember, some of these levers unleash monkey knockout gas.
The dice gods have said up the spiral staircase.
I think that's probably the best bet.
Yeah, by the way, how long am I temporarily insane?
You're still like uncertain about that stuff. It's not quite as intense as it was when it first started, but you still don't want to change your height. You want to stay level. It's just not as much of a compunction.
Guys, can I just look? I don't mean this to be weird, but can we just hold hands going up the stairs?
Spiral staircase. I don't think that'll work too well.
We can try.
Okay.
Okay. So
North or south?
North or south?
Yes, north or south spiral stairs.
These ones right here.
Okie dokie.
Okay. So you make your way up this spiral staircase. And you emerge in a small sort of pocket room that resembles the one you had found between your rooms, just it has a spiral staircase at the center. So the northwest corner, if you can't see it. Did I move you here? Yeah, I moved you here. So right here in the northwest is where you
Does
find yourselves.
the room branch out any further, or is it?
This is
kind
the small room that the staircase goes to.
Okay.
You notice like it has those sort of handle hidden doors on either side, east and west.
Okay. Well, I am a Weston, so I say the west door.
Okay.
Okay. So you pop that open and you find yourself in an extra large hotel room. Like it must be one of the suites. Because it's about twice the size of your room. And it has the cool, I can't think, bay window kind of.
Could I peruse this room in a manner of attempting to find that square drop-down latch into the blood room?
Sure. Roll spy hidden.
71, regular success.
It takes a little work, but you do find there is that spot. I'm going to put it, it's right about there, and the bed would be like right here.
Okay. Does it appear that this room was actively being occupied at some point in the not too distant past?
The sheets are kind of pulled off the bed, like somebody had woken up and didn't put it back. If you want to roll, and you find kind of a suitcase out on a table.
Weston, check to see if it's got your gun in it.
Let's see if it's got my gun in it.
It does not have your gun in it. All you find are like women's clothes.
How it is, I found your clothing.
Okay, rude, first off. Even ruder in 2021.
1893.
I think that's kind of around the time when drag was really getting started. Because, yeah, that sounds about right, because it was Crowley who had a relationship with a drag queen, and I forget what the other guy's name, famous writer, poet. Or late 1800s, early 1900s.
Shakespeare.
But
Well, then why did he write all of his roles for men only? Don't tell me because of sexism, because that's clearly what it is.
Anything else you want to try to look for in here?
Yates. It was Yates. Not in there. I'd like to go check the other room.
Like out the east of the pocket room?
Yes.
In there, you find, again, very similar. It's another one of the larger rooms with the bay
Okay.
window.
Interesting.
In a similar state.
Okay.
I mean, how much are we expecting to find on the third floor right now other than secret ways to get to the second floor?
I'm not seeing much reason to continue up here. We'd probably be best off going through the blood room and pursuing a way down to the first floor.
I think the elevator.
Yeah, I think we've exhausted everything that we should or need to, unless there's some juicy little tidbits that the keeper is keeping from us, and we should try the elevator that will lower us to our deaths.
I just want to let us know that I'm onto you, Scott. That elevators are always the point of no return for you.
There's always a lighthouse, Jay.
Mm-hmm.
Wrong
Oh, thanks,
pull
Bioshock.
Lever. Wrong lever.
Next, you're going to tell me that there's always going to be a Comstock.
You have noticed there's very little electricity in the building. Like there were the phone lines, and the hotel lobby had some electric lighting, but for the most part, there hasn't been a lot of electricity. So,
Oh my god, did you guys forget to unturn the key?
are you going back down the staircase? I just want to make sure I'm hearing you guys right.
That would be my assumption.
Yeah. I'm not thrilled about it that we went up the stairs just to go down the stairs.
But how are we gonna go up the sideways stairs?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, don't give Scott ideas to just MC Escher us. Like he's got enough with like Cthulhu mythos and how none of us really know it to any extreme detail. To throw MC Escher in there is just plain rude.
I mean, I'm also writing my own mythos.
Mhm.
So you arrive back in the room behind the ornate double doors with the elevator.
To the elevator.
We don't actually know it's an elevator yet.
I'm not certain that the elevation's going to change. Maybe this is just how I change floors from now on. In a
Maybe
much
this
less
is
scary
how
way.
you cause
Until
a
it
heart
falls.
attack.
Could
Yeah.
be.
All right, let's play with some levers.
All right, so you turn the latch, accordion out the doors, make your way in. There are 3 levers along the back wall. Currently, they are all 3 in an up position.
Are they labeled at all?
Nope.
Well, this seems irresponsible, and the elevator inspector should have done something about this.
We could just play it as first floor, second floor, third floor.
Except we haven't seen that this elevator would go up anywhere.
Well, what if there's a basement, first floor, third floor deal? Like this is the third relative floor to the elevator's position.
What would happen if we just release one of these?
What is the current orientation of the handles?
All 3 are up.
Okay.
Pull number 1 and see what happens.
Yeah. Gotta start
I mean,
somewhere.
it's much wiser than pulling all 3 at the same time.
So as you pull down one lever, you hear kind of gears kicking into life, and the elevator starts to have a little bit of a vibration to it.
I don't like this at all.
I have found power. Lever number 2.
That seems like the next logical step.
You're not noticing anything different. Like it's the room is still kind of vibrating.
Lever number 3 then. Pull all 3 at the same time. See what happens.
I shit my pants.
You see the room is starting to sink, and you see the floor in front of you rising above you.
I miscalculated. This is awful.
This is just really slow falling. How it is.
You're going down to ground level. You should be happy.
I hate all of this.
Panic lever pulling.
And the elevator sinks further and further, and it seems to be going on longer than you would expect. Oh, it didn't work? How do I make it play the song, Corey?
You have to
All stop.
you have to hit clear to clear the queue.
Like that?
Yeah, and then now you want to put your code in again. Your link, I mean. Okay.
Yeah, that's not disconcerting at all.
And you just sink further and further, significantly longer than you would have expected.
You think they'd come up with some better music for elevators? Maybe in the future it'll be better.
And eventually, the room comes to a stop. And what you see in front of you is a door frame, like a stone-lined door frame with a torch at either side. You can't see what's inside.
Does it appear ancient or relatively modern construction?
The stone looks pretty weathered.
Well, gentlemen, I think the only way is forward.
I will turn up the light on the lantern.
Why are you showing me the house from Hey Arnold?
As you emerge from the... That's actually the castle. A painting, anyway. As you emerge from the elevator and approach this like stone archway, above it there's an inscription that you'll recognize as the same sort of characters that were in that book.
Abandon all hope, ye who enter here.
And it's on a peep show. Well, character man, what does it say?
Can I read it?
Mm-mm.
No. I don't know what it actually says. I was able to read it briefly in that book, but it wasn't that I could like read it like everything just like suddenly became kind of English for a little bit.
I turn my head 90 degrees to the right. Like this way. So like it's oriented this way now. Can I read it now?
Oh, it did the thing.
No? Okay, then I go this way.
Just gonna go back to that for now.
Sorry, are we at a locked door?
No, it's an open dart. It's just an archway, like a stone archway. The walls to your sides are just dirt, and around the elevator, and you just open up to a old stone archway that
Has the symbols on it.
We were
has
trying
the
to get you
symbols
to
above it,
read.
torch on either side.
Right. Okay. Right, but I can't read it.
Mm-mm.
Well, shall we push forward then?
Hold up. Is it possible for me to touch the symbols?
It's pretty high. Like if you got on someone's shoulders, maybe.
I don't like the idea of that.
But you just went down really far.
Yeah, and I need a new pair of pants just because of it.
I guess we should proceed forward.
And again, there's a torch on either side, so I know. Jaden,
Are they removable?
Yes, it's like old wooden torch in a sconce kind of situation.
I mean, I went through a crazy amount of lighter fluid today, so I'll grab one of the torches as well.
Okay, there are now 0 torches.
Well, forward we go.
So as you approach the entryway, the smell hits you first. the smell of blood and fire and death. And you can't help but be reminded of your arrival underneath Machinery Hall a couple nights ago. But that was clean and new and technological, and this is dirty, old, medieval. But the feeling of dread entering a room underground is familiar. And as you move into the entryway, it's like a castle's torture dungeon. The walls and pillars around you that you can see are all weathered stone, dirty, and seem too old for this brand new building.
I don't like this. I don't like this one bit.
As you continue to move forward, you come across these pits containing some kind of white substance. There are several large metal vats, different apparatuses that could only be some sort of torture devices. And then there's a wooden table just soaked in blood.
Fresh blood or old blood?
Both.
Do the vats seem like fat?
The vats are big metal containers.
I'm curious about that white substance, whether or not it seems like fat.
If you want to take a look at it,
Yes, I do.
and roll something that sounds good.
I have
Roll whatever sounds good to you.
Intelligence, if we can't think of a better one. Or education.
I'm trying to think if there's anything that seems like it would make sense. Probably medicine would be the only thing I could think of that would make sense, but that's a little specialized. So yeah, I guess intelligence or education. Whatever it is. Let's see if I'm educated. No, I am not. I failed.
As far as, I mean, it's just like a white powder as far as you can tell. Yeah, that's the best you can do.
Okay. Could I investigate the room, see if there's any kind of additional doors, secret passages, hidden compartments?
It's just a huge cavern that is full of these kind of torture devices and vats. And you come across, there's a furnace off to one corner. It's all lit with these old torches.
Seem like they're turning people into pies.
Oh, thanks, Sweeney.
As you move through the room along one wall, you do find there are various kind of chains tied, like iron chains that are connected to the wall, and you do come across a woman that is currently chained to the wall.
Is it dark in here, save for our torches and lantern?
It's fairly dark. There are other torches along the walls, but it's a huge expanse of space.
Okay. So you said there's a woman chained to the wall.
Yes,
Does she appear to be alive?
it's hard to tell from just looking. She's not like full of blood or anything.
Yeah.
Just sort of chained to the wall.
That might be a problem if she's not full of blood.
That's all. Covered is what I.
Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, I would like to grab some smelling salts because everybody knows that you need to check to make sure she's dead before you perform the autopsy in my medical kit and put it right underneath her nose.
You do see a little bit of kind of the eyes slowly open, and in the torchlight, you recognize her as Rosemary.
So So this guy's just on like he's just gonna kill everybody in the hotel today.
Roll intelligence.
Okay. I don't remember what my intelligence is. Did I do it? Oh yeah, I did. That's a pass.
Just one of the thoughts you that kind of comes into your mind is you guys did tell her a lot about what you guys had experienced and saw.
Yeah.
And if there are hidey holes in various places, who knows who is listening?
Right. So she's regained consciousness, you said, right?
Just barely.
Just barely.
Rose, Mary, wake up.
She doesn't really say anything. She just kind of like her half lidded eyes just sort of look up at you, like that she has no strength.
Rosemary, where are the people who brought you down here?
All you get is kind of a groan.
Look, just here's the deal. Blink when I've gotten the answer. All right. How many days have you been working here? Less than 5 days? Less than 10 days? Less than 15 days? Less than a month? I keep going until I get, like, every 10 days until I get an answer.
She gives
Kinda
you
blinking.
kind of a light acknowledgement in the 2 months.
Okay.
She looks off to one side, like down the length of this place,
Mm-hmm.
and she just holds her gaze that direction. It's away from the entrance.
If we
Or-
leave you here,
Point gun.
will you be safe?
She's just staring the other way.
Is there any way we can release her? Like, is she tied up with rope, or is it like manacles?
It's iron chains, yeah, manacles.
Hmm.
All right, I've reversed opinion on this. I don't think you did it. We've got no choice but to deal with this, but just stay alive, however you can. We're gonna come back, or not. We could possibly die, but if we're alive, we're gonna come back. I know this sounds really, really inspiring right now, but if it makes you feel better, I look around to see if anybody else is fine. We also stopped an electrocult this week as well, so like we've got some experience with this kind of thing.
Her eyes just fall again.
I'm gonna put the smelling all back in my pocket. She suffered enough. Weston, do we want to try to hide our light source, see if we can sneak around better, or?
I mean, it's not a bad idea, but this room is relatively well lit with the torches to begin with, so we'd have to put a lot of them out, and I think that would be more suspicious than anything. And
Well, no, I mean
odds
it's more so moving light as opposed to stationary.
I feel like we'll still cast shadows regardless, but
That's fair. All right.
so I say we just pursue down that hallway since she was staring down there, and it seems to have transfixed her gaze.
Well, shall we away?
I
So-
don't know. What does Norman think?
Yeah, no, that sounds good to me. I don't have any other theories or anything like that I'm working on right now.
As you're as you turn further down, again further away from the entrance where she had been looking, and you start moving that direction, you can see off in the distance. There's movement in front of a light. And there is a in the distance you can see that there is a man. You can't totally make out what he's doing, but he's doing something standing at a table.
How far away is he?
Maybe 40 yards.
Is it Timo Shot?
Timu Puki. No.
Well, if we get me within about 15 yards, I can accurately shoot his ass.
So as you're moving closer to this figure.
With caution, correct.
Okay.
And trying to observe anything that may be untoward on our way. Booby traps, pitfalls, any rocks that may cause us to stumble, etc.
Okay. So as you get a little bit closer, he looks up at you, and you can see that he is working on a body, and it seems like parts of it, the flesh is completely pulled apart from it, and it's just clean bone.
Well, that's a hell of a thing. Should I shoot him?
Let's not just shoot everyone who can give us information at the first pass. If he makes any aggressive motions towards us or tries to run away, then by all means.
Well, then somebody who is more tactful than I should probably pursue this venue.
I think this is a perfect job for Elby.
LB is conspicuously missing.
He did it.
We found out who the villain is.
And this person is coming towards us, or we're moving
No,
towards them?
he is at a table with a body.
Yeah.
With parts of it completely clean bone, and he's like straight in front of you, working at the table on the body. So he is. As you approached, you just kind of caught his attention. He looked up at you.
Okay.
Well, hey there, partner.
That's some careful walk you got going on there.
Strange to find other people down here.
Well, I figured you're intent for us to come down here anyway.
I was intending?
We were just looking for, other living people in this building, and there are surprisingly few.
Surely that's not the case. Perhaps a slow day for business.
Maybe.
What?
Can I tell, who he's working on?
The face is gone.
Oh, jeez. Does it look to have been a male? Anything like that? Is any of that discernible at this point?
Roll medicine.
Wow, I rolled really well. It's a 3, but my medicine is a 1, so it's still a failure.
Yeah, that your penis checking skills are that terrible.
It's a bloody mess. Your best guess is a woman, but I mean, who knows?
Hey, what are you doing down here, buddy?
I'm de-articulating this skeleton. This woman died of tuberculosis.
So, lot of articulating you're going to have to
De-articulation for medical sciences. They need clean skeletons that are well pieced together. They pay good money.
Who are you?
Charles Chapel.
Charles who?
Charles Chapel.
Chapel. What are you doing in this cave, Mr. Chapel?
It is a strange place, but I'm paid well, so I try not to ask too many questions.
Well, that's funny because we're paid specifically to ask questions. The irony.
Just my employer comes across a decent number of people who die of unfortunate circumstances.
Funny.
He
Oh,
isn't-
Who performs the autopsy and determines cause of death on these individuals?
I don't feel there's a need to do that. If someone's dead, they're dead, and there's no sense.
And ethically, you don't question how you have a constant influx of dead bodies.
Money's good.
Question.
Are you,
If you're not doing autopsies, how are you so sure this one died of tuberculosis?
That's what my employer told me.
And your employer is?
The owner of the building.
Dr. Holmes?
HR Puffin stuff?
what
MC,
about
clap your hands.
the living person chained down the hallway?
Surely that's not true.
Well,
I didn't see any such thing.
Would you like to away with us and we can prove such a claim?
I do have to finish my work.
Oh,
I have to
I'll
say,
take
I have to say,
matter of fact.
Mr. Chapel, your level of willful ignorance is bordering on superhuman.
I feel like in the future they may live 4 years of willful ignorance on this level.
How often does Dr. Holmes come by?
Here? Just when he has need for...
Oh, no, Lake Michigan.
He comes to me and tells me he has work for me.
When was the last time you saw him?
This morning when he told me he had work for me.
When was the last time you saw the sun?
This morning.
So you don't live down here?
Heavens no, who could live down here?
Her address.
The same kind of guy who is willful, who's willing to completely ignore where these bodies are coming from or how they're getting to him because the money's good.
I would have no need for money if this was where I resided.
Okay, why do you keep on indirectly trying to not answer our questions?
I feel like I'm being straightforward.
See, you did it again right there.
Where does your research go? What do you,
I don't do research. I de-articulate skeletons.
so all you do
So
is
what-
just disassemble people.
I remove the flesh from the bones, clean the bones, put them back together, and sell them to universities and research centers.
And why aren't you doing this in the medical offices on the second floor?
This is where my employer told me to do my work.
Hey, I'm not a detective, Norman, but so I can't ask him for an ID, but can we ask him for an ID?
I'll ask him for an ID. I don't care.
Cool.
You got
'Cause
any
I don't-
ID on you?
Not with me.
Where would it be currently located?
Upstairs.
Where upstairs?
In the offices.
How do you get upstairs from here? He lives down here, guys. He's a mole person.
I take out the bone saw.
This has been fun and all, gentlemen, but I have work to get to, and I don't think you belong here.
I think this is a lie. I think this hasn't been fun for you at all. And in fact, you're very annoyed with us.
I think I could shoot him.
What are you gonna do to remove us? If you so convinced that we don't belong here.
Ask you to depart.
I have 14 siblings. I can be really annoying.
It's true. He has been very annoying in the past.
What's further that way? I point like behind him because obviously we came in like in front of him, right?
I mean, there's seems to be the back wall, maybe 10 yards behind him, and like one of the furnaces directly behind him.
Can I attempt another psychology check on this guy?
Sure.
Ooh. I rolled an extreme success.
Okay. He's being fairly straightforward. Other than like he knows, you're pretty sure he knows what's going on, and he's choosing to believe, or choosing to, I guess, for himself that
Willful ignorance.
nothing's really amiss. Yeah.
Okay. Where can we find Dr. Holmes? Exactly. Where can we find him?
He doesn't have a. I don't know. I don't follow him around at all times, and I've been working all morning.
Would you be so kind as to direct us towards his office?
He runs the pharmacy. He has an office there.
Could use an escort. I've never been to the pharmacy.
It's true. Your compatriots tied him up and just left him in the back room.
It's a street-facing business.
Which is closed today.
Which street? There's a lot of streets.
63rd.
Never been down 63rd.
How did you get here?
I came down Washington.
As you can tell, he is the most annoying of his siblings.
How exactly are we supposed to find Dr. Holmes if the pharmacy is closed for the day?
Till tomorrow.
Well, guys, I don't think I'm going to have much more need for this as I take off the blanket rope. And we're like, excuse me, sir, we can't just trust you to, just leave well enough alone. So if you can lie down on your back, put your hands and your feet together, that'd be really appreciated.
I'm not doing that.
All right. Weston, do what you gotta.
All right, I'm gonna shoot him.
Roll a firearm.
Let's see here. That's a miss with a 91.
Okay, the dim light isn't really helping, and you kind of like went straight out, So you shoot behind him and hit the wall.
There's your only warning shot.
Well played.
What could be? Why? Just leave. Let me do my work. I haven't hurt anyone.
I don't know. This dead person on your table would argue otherwise.
Mutilating a corpse, being a body snatcher. How would people topside think about that?
Well, they were dead when they were brought to me.
Oh, yes, because that was what makes it all legal.
Universities don't ask questions of where the skeletons come from.
Yeah, but the police do, dipshit.
Why
Are you ready to be the next Burker?
I don't know what that is.
So in England, there are people who were dug up, body snatched, and
Burke and Hare, yeah.
Yeah. And individuals who are accused of being body snatchers are known as Burkers.
Yeah, no, this is still common practice in the U.S.
Mm-hmm. So I figured those stories and rumors have crossed the ocean at this point.
Okay.
Yeah, you ready to be the next Burker?
Money's good.
Shoot him? Shoot him.
Mm-hmm.
Let's try shooting him again.
Vigilante justice.
Roll firearms.
I rolled a 55 for a
Try to
success.
dodge, but he does not do very well. All right, roll damage.
All right. And that will be a total of 5.
5?
Yes, 5.
A fife's worth of damage.
So you get him pretty good, and he's now like leaned against the table. You monster!
Yeah, we're the monsters.
How'd you know that's what my mother calls me?
The man who's dissecting dead people who never gave their permission to be dissected. And we're the monsters. As I'm going to take out my scalpel. I'll just finish the job.
Okay.
We'll even see if I'm successful.
What is your dex?
50, if I am correct. Yep, 50.
Okay.
Why is that?
Because that determines the order of combat.
Well, I failed. I rolled a 44. I needed a 25 or under.
So as you went to attack him, he took the scalpel that he had been working with and made an attack on you.
Oh, guys, I'm dead.
Which will hit
Mm-hmm.
for 1 hit point.
Oh, good. I have 2 hit points left.
Oh,
It's just a
jeez.
little scalpel.
Why do you only have 3 hit points?
Because I lost a lot in the last arc. And we never got me fully healed in the hospital between...
I think he got like 1 hit point back or something.
Mm-hmm. It was 2 back, because I was down to 1. I had 2 back because I stayed a night in the hospital.
Now I shoot him again. I think I shall shoot him again.
Go ahead.
That is a 16.
It's like a hit.
Yep, which is a hard success.
This thing.
And that is 3 more.
You get him again, and you're pretty sure at this point that he doesn't really have the strength to fight back. He slowly kind of slumps to the ground.
As in dead, or
You could investigate if he's dead, but he is down for the count. You got 2 bullets in him, pretty good.
do I have a stick readily available that I can poke him with?
You have your torch.
Yeah, I'll poke him with the torch. Flame end.
Roll a medicine.
I'm no good at those. I think I have a 1 for that.
Yeah, the base is 1.
I rolled a 53.
What's your skill?
Oh, 1.
Oh. I mean, he's still moving a little bit, so who knows?
I'd just like to put my foot right on his throat and press down.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm assuming this is a brawl, so I failed with a 52. I missed his throat entirely.
You have your foot on his throat, like he failed because he's
Mhm.
in bad shape at
Mhm.
getting away from you. So you have your foot on his throat, you're just not doing any damage to him.
Mm-hmm.
Keep poking him with the torch, asking him if he's dead yet.
He spits some blood back at you.
So where exactly do we go from here?
Cause him to expire, search his pockets, and then find stairs upward and kill H.H. Holmes?
Why do you think that there are stairs upward that we missed?
Because I didn't see any way off on the elevator on the way down?
Right, I'm asking why you think there's anything other than this elevator.
Because there has to be a way to transition from 3rd floor to 1st floor reasonably.
We're much
I
below.
was in a closet. Don't judge me.
Yeah, we're much below the 1st floor right now. I mean, it seems to me we've got a couple of options here. Keep going down the rabbit hole and see exactly how far this nightmare death cult runs. Or we get the fuck out of Dodge and hope that running away is better for us than letting them succeed.
Run away? Got it.
Well, where is further down the rabbit hole? That's what I'm asking. It seemed like end of the line to me.
You're basically at the end.
Kill this guy, and then disappear into the night.
He is
vigilante.
He is dead. He is not getting up and fighting back. Just let it go.
Save what's her name, and then disappear into the night like a dark night of sorts.
Yeah, hey, I'm not gonna step off this guy's throat, but does somebody want to search his pockets for a key to the manacles?
Sure, I'll look.
Yeah.
Okay. Roll spot hidden.
Success.
Okay. All you find is you find a key, but there's no way it would open the manacles because that would be like an old timey big iron key. So he has like a simple key that, I mean, maybe it's his house key, maybe it opens something in this building, but
Maybe the pharmacy.
sure.
I mean, I guess that's our next lead. Is let's see what the pharmacy can let us know.
Yeah.
I mean, he's got the chemical knowledge to make monkey knockout gas. He's got knowledge of the human body. Best case scenario, the guy's a fucking Burker. Worst case scenario, I don't even want to think about it.
So as you're turning back the other way towards the Rosemary and the elevator back in that direction, you notice the stone archway at the entrance is lit by torchlight, and a figure starts walking through it of a man. But its shadow is not just a normal shadow of a man. It seems to be taking on this large, stooped appearance with horns. And as he walks forward, you hear a menacing voice in the darkness. And it could be the stone walls of this cavernous room, but it seems to reverberate, almost like there's another voice, lower, more sinister, echoing the words. I was born with the devil in me. I cannot help the fact that I torture and kill no more than the poet can help the inspiration to sing. I was born with the evil one standing as my sponsor beside the bed where I was ushered into the world, and he has been with me since. This was his castle, well before I rebuilt on this holy ground. He stands with me now and will guide my hand as I take your lives in his name. I do not choose this act, it chooses me. And he approaches, slowly brandishing 2 large knives. And we're going to check dexterities.
Actually, I do have some stuff I need to do shortly, so
Okay.
if we're planning this on taking more than like 10 minutes, unfortunately, I'll have to duck out.
Okay.
Conclude next week and then roll into Storm King's Thunder.
Up to you
Yeah,
guys.
I guess we can do that.
Because I don't really know how long this will take.
Right,
Mhm.
yeah. Who knows?
Yeah. And that way Dan can be here for this, and then we can have a epic boss fight in Storm King's Thunder and go from there.
Mhm.
Okay.
Seems
Alright.
like a appropriate spot. Thank you, Scott.
Yeah, thanks, Scott.
Yeah,
It was
thank you,
nice
dude.
to get back into playing something.